Skip Bobble. Yeah. Yeah. Bandit. I'm the man with the drip. Ain't no sands in this zip. Couple grand in the whip. These niggas be saying I'm coming out. I'm the man with the drip. Ain't no sands in this zip. Couple grand in the whip. These niggas be saying I'm coming out. Fuck what you talking about. I keep on dumbing out. Fuck what you talking about. I keep on dumbing out. Fuck what you talking about. I keep on dumbing out. Fuck what you talking about. I keep on dumbing out. Fuck what you talking about. Fuck what you hollering at. You handle beef, nigga.
Hola, welcome to the show.
What up?
How's everybody doing?
Jamming out, dumbing out.
It's over now.
I know. I finished it.
Oh, excuse me. All right, I am Dice. I'm here with Nikki and D-Bird. We're here to listen to some music in the Discord and give people some input.
Is that what you call it? Input?
Yeah, some dissertations.
I like that.
What, you don't like input?
I like input.
What do you mean by that?
You know exactly what I mean by that.
Okay.
I mean exactly what you think I mean by that.
Interesting. All right. Yeah, how's everybody doing today? Got people in the chat. Dog Tags, welcome back, Dog Tags. You here to give some people some 2s and 3s today?
Who gives 2s and 3s?
Passive the rapper. Got Ray Stands out there with the circa 1998 first in the chat. Thank you, Ray, for that throwback. Where is Passive? I have no idea. Passive.
Ray, has your name always said MC?
Huh?
Has Ray's name always said MC at the end?
Yeah.
Really?
In
Damn,
Twitch,
I never know.
He's
I'm
always
serious.
been an MC ever since he was a young whippersnapper. All right. We got a busy queue tonight, so we're going to go ahead and get started soon. If you're new here, the way that we do this is Twitch subscribers or YouTube members we listen to first. Go in order from top to bottom, give you a rating 1 through 10. See how we like it. Give you some feedback or some positive words of affirmation, aka input. Then we'll go to the regular queue and give a listen and give some feedback as well. And hopefully everything is copacetic.
Such a cool way to say cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys ready to rock and roll?
So ready.
I am.
Rock me with that roller derby.
I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming that means yes.
Rock me like a roller derby. That's what it means.
Have you ever
Rock
been
me
to a
like
roller derby? Or have you ever watched roller derby?
You know,
It's intense as fuck. Oh God! D-Bird, come back to us.
the whole match.
D-Bird, we heard absolutely 0% of your answer.
And then
All I heard was and then you froze with your mouth open. Now it's frozen again.
Wonder how many of these tabs I can close.
Oh, is that the problem? You have videos running
Clear
in
your
tabs?
I serve.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, don't make me laugh. your comments. Yeah.
All right. Well, while Bird refreshes his cache, we'll go ahead and play the
Yeah. Cash me out. Cash me outside.
Oh my
How
gosh.
about that? We'll play the first up as far as the priorities, which first in line, dog tags. So he gets the first round of hazing, and then he'll probably sit here and haze all the rest of you. So be prepared.
The best
First track.
hazing comes from your people.
This first track is called You've Been Confused Drums. So let's take a listen.
Confused and misused.
All right, that was You've Been Confused by Dog Tags. Bird, is your Ethernet plugged in and working?
Yeah, I just bombed a couple servers on the other side of the war fence, and mine started working a little better.
Wonderful.
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah, that was pretty dope. I don't know. Sounds like you played the wrong version, but from the version I listened to, I really liked the vibe of it. I liked the chill melodies. I liked the drums. It did sound a little bit, when a 70s video is like playing the music at the beginning and it just sounds a little distorted. It kind of had a little distortion for me.
Almost like a key and like a almost like when you're trying to hold a vocal note but can't, like it's That's like kind of how I heard it. Was like shaky, like sorry, I was just leaning into that.
Both of you with half thoughts there. That's okay.
No, I was just kind of backing them up.
No, yep. So I kind of felt like that was a choice. Sorry, I got a little Slack, a little message that was unrelated to this, but that was the thought I had. Is like it felt like you added the distortion. I personally didn't like it. I could see how people would. It's a choice. I would prefer it without, but it kind of works anyways. I'll give this beat a strong 8.
Okay. Nikki, what'd you think?
Yeah, I liked this too. I thought that it was, it, had the classic feel. I kind of like a lot of beats that are structured like this too. That have that nice feel to it. I agree with Bird when there are certain parts that did feel like it was like old timey movie, like it was recorded almost off key, or it was through something else recorded that maybe made it drop, like lose the original quality of the recording because of how it was recorded back then. Like playing on a Wurlitzer or something. But I did like that feel to it though too. It reminds me of this kind of music that my dad sings too, so I enjoyed this a lot. I thought that it was put together nicely. It did have those parts that did feel like they were off key, but it felt like it belonged, so it wasn't really an issue. It was more of the intentional step. I'm going to give this an overall. I'm going to give this a 7.5. I liked this a lot. The samples were nice in it too.
All right. Yeah, I like this. I didn't have anything to really nitpick about other than, if I was actually going to use this, I wouldn't need the vocal sample in there. I like the beat for how it is. I could imagine chopping it up and doing some variation once there's actual wordage and verbiage on top of it, but I like it for how it is. I would give it a solid 7, maybe 7.5 with a complete track on it, maybe 8, but I'm sticking with 7. I think a 7 is a good way to start the show. I don't want to get people too excited, I want to just throw numbers out there. So I've had a long day. It's going to go downhill from here. Just letting y'all know. All right, fair enough. All right, who's next? Joe Boston. I know Joe Boston is a subscriber, and yet he refuses to link his Twitch on Discord, so I'm going to skip him. Because I'm
what would sound really good on that beat, as long as we're just spitballing here? Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys. Get an Alicia Keys sample. Don't want nothing at all. Fine got you, baby. That's the song. That's the song it reminds me of.
I'll give you that one, Bert. I'm not gonna hate on that.
Yeah, you shouldn't, because it's a good fucking idea.
Good idea.
I'm the ideas guy, baby.
Okay idea. Yeah, definitely an okay idea. I don't know about good. Good is a strong
fire idea.
Strong adjective for what you just described.
No, fire idea. Best idea in the world. You're going to fucking put that on, say, Alicia Keys type beat. Put on, Alicia Keys just looking all beautiful playing piano for a little YouTube. And you're going to sell that beat for $200 exclusive.
All right. Yeah. You're talking me out of this idea. I am no longer engaged in it. All right. Next up, since Joe Boston is not linked on Discord, is Raymond Stans.
Raymondo.
MC Stans. You're up next to face the gauntlet of disgruntled music listeners. This is called Did It Again, featuring X-Raider. I don't know what you did again, but I'm hoping it has either something to do with Burning Barns or Blickies, and not anything to do with Go Raymond.
Thermopylae.
I hope it's Go Raymond.
Have to be in the mood for that. All right, here's Ray Stans with Did It Again featuring X-Raider.
It's Ray Stans and the homie X-Raider. Let's go, X.
Thanks for having me on this, Ray.
I wake in the morning and head to the box. I'm making my way to the land of the fox. And think that I'm giving them, feel like a sinner. I'm taking the shots, breaking and rimming. That Ozzy and Harriet, I couldn't carry it. Clipping my wings with the ball and the lariat. You got a bone to pick, might as well bury it. Anything less, I find it hilarious. But girl, what's the fallacy that I'm so callous? Welcome to Wonderland, you could be Alice. All on the mattress, up in my palace. Getting my nut and then shrugging like Atlas. Heart of a loner, always sarcastic. All in my bag, now paper and plastic. Keeping it icy in my thoracic. Kicking it old school like the Jurassic. I did it before and I'll do it again. Take it to paradise, you and a friend. I seem to forget, please remind me again. What about this, I'll regret in the end. You wanna be good, well I'd rather be great. Setting the limits, I couldn't relate. Visit my demons, rinse and repeat. They gotta try harder to find my defeat. I'll do
do it again, just like the meme. I'm not trying to be goofy, I'm filtered, no spleen. Always on T, you name it for green. You call me an anchor, I'm live on the scene. The facts, I'm a fiend, I aim for the greatest. X with a race, you through all the fakeness. Making my mark, my claims never stakeless. Prospects are gold, my map it stays ageless. Keep for some havoc and stay free to madness. I follow the rabbit that's running for malice. Wear all the hats, stack facts to a lattice. My cup full of malice, your chalice looks valid. Sucking it down, I say spitting some heat. You said you want beef, but was thinking of me. If ever a beast, the moment is brief. It's hopeless, you see, your focus too weak.
I did it before and I'll do it again. Ticket to paradise, you and a friend. I seem to forget, please remind me again. What about this I'll regret in the end? You wanna be good, well I'd rather be great. Setting the limits, I couldn't relate. Visit my demons, rinse and repeat. They gotta try harder to find my defeat.
Never defeated, there's no diabetes. Toes to the ground, I'm kicking it, cleated. Offer the weed, just onto the features. They're stacking the bleachers, it's just cause they cheated.
But nevertheless, we making a mess. We winning it all, or we taking the rest. I know they be saying they taking a shot, but when I check them, they faking the plot. They're taking some stock.
I'm baking no cops, raking the kicking like bacon and chops. They hating no Satan, not taking the slide. Breaking the facing and making it right.
Ray and its X, Raider we next. The greater the power, the greater the hex. We live in the life of the gift and the curse. Laughing it off as we lift in the purse. I did it before and I'll do it again. Ticket to paradise, you and a friend. I seem to forget, please remind me again. What about this I'll regret in the end? You wanna be good, well I'd rather be great. Setting the limits, I couldn't relate. Visit my demons, rinse and repeat. They gotta try harder to find my defeat. I did it before and I'll do it again. Ticket to paradise, you and a friend. I seem to forget, please remind me again. What about this I'll regret in the end? You wanna be good, well I'd rather be great. Setting the limits, I couldn't relate. Visit my demons, rinse and repeat. They gotta try harder to find my defeat. Find my defeat. Oh shit, man, we crazy for this one. Find my defeat.
All right, that was Ray Stans and X Raider. Did it again. Was that a diss track to me, Ray? Why do you keep mentioning my name?
Yeah, sneak disses.
I don't appreciate
you
that.
Take that shit, bro. You gonna take that,
do you
Mr.
think
Cool
about
Hair?
I'm not actually. I will take off 2 points for feeling slightly
Slighted.
disrespected and slightly slighted. Ray, I think this was good. I think you sound a lot more polished and a lot more confident in your delivery. So kudos to you for making progress on that. I think X Raider was a good balance to your. I don't know how to describe what it is that you do. I'm just gonna paraphrase it as energy that you bring to the track with the verbiage and obscurities that you always intertwine in your verses. I do wish at some point you gentlemen took kind of like a breath and, I could digest what I just heard without you saying 20 more words in the next line. But that's okay because you guys you killed the flow overall. So I think it's a good overall track. My forward-thinking challenge to you is give me a track that's about something rather than you just rapping about random lines. I want to hear like Ray Stans focused on an actual topic. It's good to have a fun track every now and then, but that's my wish list is let me hear what's going on in Ray's head from an introspective perspective that has nothing to do with toppling the government and burning barns. That said, I'll give this a good 7, a solid 7. I'm with it. I don't know what hedonistic means, Ray. Please stop yelling at me.
Nikki?
Yeah, I like this. Somehow I feel like you find the people that like match your caliber of grammar, vocab, and all that, like AWOL and this. Like you find your people very well in this community, and I love it. Because I feel like it helps you grow, and you have grown so much. Like your delivery was nice, it was laid back, it was bouncy, you had energy still, you had good inflection, good cadence. He matched you pretty well. I feel like his wasn't as clear in certain spots, like his words and stuff. Maybe he could tighten up a little bit in a couple spots, but overall it was really good. I heard some mouth noises, but I think I always do when you guys use those big words. Takes a lot of mouth power. But you had a good energy. I wish that towards when the beat was building up, then there would have been something more of a build up with your energy. Like you did change a little bit, but I feel like there would have been a little bit more, or could have been a little bit more to build up towards the end with the beat. And that would really take this over the top. I really thought this was good. I'm going to give this an 8.
Oh yeah, real quick. Nikki's speech reminded me, Ray. use a de-esser. Very harsh on the ears.
Yeah, mouth noises, sibilance, mean. But it sounds good overall. Your tone, everything is really nice. You sound good, Ray.
I agree with everybody as far as the delivery goes. I think you sound way more comfortable, right? Like, I honestly here for you just talking your shit. I love you talking about the hedonistic lifestyle. I'm here for it. I think that areas of improvement would be, you flowed well over this. It just got a little old after a while with the same cadence. And I think, X Raider kind of just copied your cadence and then just did his. No, we're here with you right now, Raider.
Trash.
What I would say is it felt like you guys used the same cadence throughout the whole thing. Both you, Ray, in your verse, in your chorus, X Raider with his verse. It was just kind of the same flow. And, think about some strategic pauses. Think about okay, what are other ways I can tackle this beat, right? I know the beat's a little fast, a little, punk rocky, a little different. Maybe slowing it down a little bit. Maybe, switch ups. I would also say that because you use that same flow in the chorus, it felt less like a chorus and more like just another side verse. I really do like how you guys played off of each other, though. And I think that overall it's a fun track. So I'd give it a 7 as well.
All right. Well, shout out to the Milk Boys, X Raider and Ray Stans.
Boys.
That's what I'm calling them. They're now a duo. All right. Next up is Noir. After Noir is Joey Beans, Joe Boston, and Loose Logic. So first up, Noir. This is West Side Gun, JID type beat, EU.
Hey, Undertaker. Here come the.
Going good, Hayden. Just chilling, listen to some beats, baby.
What he said.
Who is this? Is this Joey Beans?
No, this is Noir. right, that was Noir with EU. I have to say before I ask my co-hosts what they think, Cody Nash, that is a crazy comment to make. I could hear D12 going crazy. Who the fuck mentions D12 on a beat? What era are you still in, Cody Nash? What drugs have you ingested before this show? You still in 2008? D12.
Hey, class of 08. Keep it great.
No, don't ever say that again, Nikki. For that, you go first. Punishment.
Fuck, I wasn't ready. I was still writing. So I liked this. I thought it had a nice vibe. I thought that all the instruments went well together. I didn't hear anything that felt out of place. I feel like overall it was kind of loud overall. But I also couldn't really discern the structure, like where specifically the hook was, or if it was just like a cipher type beat. I don't, it was just kind of, the structure was a little bit different for me for that. But I think that was because it felt a little bit loopy at times too. Like you did have changes in it, like you took out that sample. That's why I started listening to see, like, you took out that sample, and then added some more of like the clicks and stuff like that. But everything worked well together. I just would want to see more variation, more distinction between the different parts of the structure of the song beat that you made, and maybe bring down the parts that aren't, like, supposed to be an intro and stuff a little bit volume wise. But I think overall you had a lot of nice layers in here, and it worked well together. Just change some stuff up a little bit more to make it more noticeable where the changes are supposed to be. I'm going to give this 7. I didn't mind this at all.
Daniel Bird, what did you think?
Brother Noir. I felt like this was a pretty good beat. I think the drum patterns were dope. The bass was sick. I really enjoyed the part where the piano is out, where you took the piano out and it was just the bass. I think you should do that earlier. I think you should introduce that sooner, because the piano just dun, 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 the whole time. It needs some switch ups, right? So whether you take it out, whether you move it up an octave, whether you do different chords on occasion, think about how else you can switch it up. But by and large, pretty dope. And I think solid effort. I'll give this 7.5.
All right. Yeah.
7.5.
Yeah. I like this Noir. I agree with Bird. I think as far as switch ups, the thing that I was envisioning was maybe adding some like very, sharp piano keys on top of it as a melody in the background somewhere, and also dropping it out at some parts. But I like the consistency. Maybe even throw some of those little like crunk music chants in the background. I don't know, just some other elements to kind of break it up a little bit. But from what you have, it's a solid foundation. I will continue my pattern of assholeness, and I'll give this a 7. I like everything so far, though. Everything's consistently good.
Thanks for the
Hey.
sub.
Shout out JCC. Appreciate you for the sub. Up next is none other than Mr. Beans himself, Joe Boston. Don't all get too excited. Everybody calm down.
I was replying to YouTube, but I think that was from a long time ago.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
There's too many chats.
Just 4.
I know, I can't keep up in the Facebook one too.
I mean, at least look at it like this. At least people aren't chatting at us from Twitter, right? So just 4.
Are we
4
live on
chat.
Twitter?
Yeah. Are you logging in Twitter now to see?
I mean, at least then we have the other viewer, even if it's just open.
Nobody's watching on Twitter. It's just a bunch of people begging for
No, my
clicks
Twitter-
views on.
My Twitter's still wild range because like I don't follow anybody but you and like a couple other people. So I just still get the most random shit on my Twitter feed.
I'll send you some people to follow. All right, Joe Boston has a beat called "Love Crazy." I don't know why it says "Love Crazy" beat by Joe Boston by Joe Boston. Maybe he wanted to make sure that we gave him credit for it, or another Joe Boston has jacked his name and now he's Joe Boston by Joe Boston. I don't know what's going on here, Joe, but we'll listen. We'll take a listen. All right, the chat seems to have turned against Joe Boston here, based on what I'm reading.
That was
Joe,
so quick.
I don't know what it is that's going on. The beats, they don't sound like, if you listen to it just from a distance, they don't sound bad, but there's something off about them. Like the sounds and the elements that you're using, they're not marrying together well. I think this one is better than what we heard last week. I will say that, but there's just different elements going on that don't mesh together sonically. And I think it's just, being more selective in those samples that you're choosing and the loops and the stuff that you're using, and really kind of nailing that vision that you have rather than just finding a sound that sounds good and throwing it in the beat. I think focus more on like have something in mind and then try to reproduce what you have in your mind rather than clicking through all the samples that are available and then like just drag and dropping them into the project. Or I guess as everybody's pleading and begging you, get FL Studio or hardware, one or the other. So I'm not gonna like totally knock you for this one. It was consistent enough and it wasn't terrible, so I'll give it a 6. Needs work.
Yeah, I felt like it was a little bit loopy at times. I feel like some of your changes that you had in it were a little bit drawn out, but it also might just be because it was just kind of, just a steady, the same kind of pace. And then it felt like every time that there was a change up that it progressed. It progressed so much that it was almost a different song towards the end. Too, which is okay. Just try to like keep the right structure. I feel like there was too many different variations inside here, and that's kind of what made me feel like possibly it dragged on, because I felt like those were also dragged out. But it did have a nice little vibe. It kind of reminded me of like some music that would be in like a B-roll and Avatar, like of them like running through the woods and shit, like discovering shit. I don't know. I would definitely maybe turn the vocals down a little bit too if you don't want an artist to be on it, because it might compete. But yeah, those were a little bit loud at parts for me. I agree with this. I'm gonna give it a 6. I feel like it was basic.
Bird, you're on mute.
Classic Bird. Ooh. All right. I'll be transparent. I've got a lot going on right now. So
Yeah.
I was only half listening. You might see my face. I think I was on camera. You might see my concerned, furrowed brow. This is the type of beat where it could be on in the background while you're doing something else and you don't hate it. That's my takeaway.
Just a furrowed brow.
Yeah, it's my furrowed brow. So
the furrowed brow number rating of
my furrowed brow rating, I'll just go with a 6 as well.
Okay, well, that works for me. I am not going to question that, and we will hop to the next one. All right, we got a few.
Boston, hook your shit up to Twitch.
Yeah, Joe Boston, All Savant, link your Discord to your Twitch, please. God, I beg you.
You'll get treated like the regular schmegular degulars.
Or I will just skip you people. All right, but next up is Timothy Lamb, aka Lamothy, not to be confused with Timothy. This one is called Wellen, and he says Wellen is equivalent to the word lying in Virginia.
I read that when I was looking at the feed, the queue, and like in that song that we did, you said Wellen as a lyric in the song that then Celebrate, and I was like, I have no idea what the fuck this means, so this makes so much sense now. Cleared up some other lyrics of yours, so thank you.
Glad that we can educate the audience. All right, here's T Lamb. Let's check it out.
Everything I blow good. Shout out to Megan. Work it clean, but I move like a felon. I be staring at my blunt like, why you yelling? I supply, so I ain't buying what you selling. You niggas out here wellin'. 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 You ain't like that. Everything I blow good. Shout out to Megan. Record clean, but I move like a felon. I be staring at my blunt like, why you yelling? Listening to local rappers like, why you wellin'? Talking like you it's so upsetting. Got a big head but my 16s bring down the swelling. I can smell it, man, these niggas pussy cucumber melon. Hoes that you be plotting on, I don't sweat up. You ain't selling cane, you don't bang, you ain't pimpin', you don't murder. Rapping like you riding Bentley, but can't buy your bitch a burger. In your bitch I Bobby Smurder. I get loose then I get ghost. Feel like a G, I blow the smoke. You let me hit, you know I'm broke. Can't tell me shit, I know I'm dope. Hop in this bitch and I do me. Fuck how you feel, I love this music. Keep it real, don't lie to me. Swear a nigga fly as me, these hoes they know how I get down. If you gon' rock, keep it 1,000. If not, sit your ass down. Everything I blow good. Shout out to Megan. Work it clean, but I move like a felon. I be staring at my blunt, like why you yelling? I supply, so I ain't buying what you selling. You niggas out here wellin'. 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 You ain't like that.
One day I buy TY a Lambo and just call it lamination. Rappers feed y'all all these germs, but King Dilla bring that sanitation. These niggas hanging around these police, then try to tell a nigga they don't eat bacon. Now get them gone, they ain't never gonna trace it. Kill him with a hockey mask like I'm Jason. Pussy nigga with no money, nigga got bowling, tried me next. Came in the spot by the time I left, stole my weed and my Rolex. Won't get upset like fuck you stress. Still gon' shoot them for respect like holy moly. Donut shop, I get them back Friday after next. Cushion and mason jar when I ride, how I got to move in these streets. Drove to the Chick-fil-A, I'm so high, tryna buy me a Whopper Junior with cheese. Whoa, she ain't know, I bet she know now. If it won't for me, it won't be no crown. The booth, the Carter, y'all niggas Pookie, J.E.G. Money, I'm Nino Brown. Have mercy on me. I put the pack down if he help me, but until then I stick to my plans. Even that shaker bubble like Pepsi. Light when you shake a soda, I shake you down like it's contraband and yo sell it. I need more bread than the cold cut, and I'm jugging out of that deli.
Everything I blow good, shout out to Megan. Work it clean, but I move like a felon. I be staring at my blunt, like why you yelling? I supply, so I ain't buying what you selling. You niggas out here wellin'. 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 You ain't like that. You ain't like that. You ain't like that.
Well, 30-second outro there, but we'll go ahead and call it. That was Timothy Lamb Welling featuring his homie Deala, something. Deala. What y'all think?
Here's what I thought. And I asked the question specifically to Lamb, when was this made? Because it feels like maybe he's tossed us another like 15-year-old song just to see what we'll say and just to like prove that we're not biased or something. I don't know. Maybe it was made yesterday. Was it? Okay.
I think it was recent.
Well, the beat sounded dated, and normally when it comes to Lamb, like all of the quality on his shit is super buttoned up. I felt it wasn't this time. It felt like the quality of the verses, of the hook, like the melodies, it felt a little raw. So maybe it's like unmixed. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. It just felt like maybe a blast from the past based on the music and just the mix not being quite there. That being said, very catchy. I loved the second verse. Ironically, I kind of like the second verse more than Lamb's. Sorry, buddy. But just the voice, the flow, the everything, it was so fucking fire. And of course, Lamb did his thing too. I think it felt a little like maybe Lamb 1.0 rather than Lamb 2.0. I don't know. But I'll give it an 8 because it's objectively solid, just with like some mix issues and feeling a little dated.
I don't know. I like it. I mean, maybe that's because I still listen
It's
to...
old. Okay. Knew it.
Maybe it's because I listen to music from, 1998 and 1999 still. I was telling Bird yesterday when he called me yesterday evening, I was watching Juvenile's 400 Degrees music video, and he asked me, why would I be watching a music video for a song that's 26 years old? But I told him, mind his damn business. That said, I like this. I don't care if it's old. It still sounds better than a lot of stuff that's new. So the only thing that I would nitpick and I'll take points away from is in the hook. I would have liked that there was a lower tone layer buried underneath your vocals in the first half of the hook, Lamb. I think that would give it that same body and that fullness that you have in the second half of it. But that said, I still like the track overall. I like there's a lot of varieties in the flows. The second person is a good contrast in the change up in their cadences. So I think it was a good track. So I'll take off 0.1 for the hook and I'll give it a 7.9.
Yeah, I like this
Roll
too
your eyes at me,
overall.
Bird.
Just got to be difficult, don't you?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nikki.
But yeah, I really liked that second guy too. He sounded so good. I loved the flow, tone. I wrote down he seems very tenured. I don't know why I called it like that, but as an artist, definitely seemed like he had a lot of experience and had more of an older school tone to him as well, and flow that kind of matched with the beat. I didn't know if this was something you did before. It sounded like your energy wasn't as much as it is now. Like you definitely sound like you have a little bit more, your quality, everything's kind of gotten better overall. But I wouldn't have been able to discern that this was like that long ago, because it still sounds like Liam to me. I thought that it sounded good. It had nice layers, nice ad libs, harmonies and everything. Yeah, I liked it all overall. I thought this was good. But I'd give it an 8 too. I was gonna give it a 7.8 just to piss off Bird, but I won't do that to Lamb or Lamb Bamf.
All right. Good stuff, Lamothy. Let's see. Next up, who is subscribed? Loose Logic. Very rough mix. Gon's beat. More work to do. Yada yada yada. All right, Loose Logic. Don't try to sway our opinions on harsh criticisms. We will still shit talk. This is called Pictures. Copy. Oh, God damn it. Fucking technology. All right, here is Loose Logic Pictures produced by Gons.
Shout out, Liam, for the sub.
Yeah.
My man.
Let me introduce you to what I intend to do. For moves I wanna move you, let the music be the sutures. People starving but ain't looting, others looting for the clout. Ain't gotta be religious, say you're the backups in the cloud. We're more focused on a copy of a copy, then we copy that. Well, I'm saying I said if you an entertainer, you copycat. Blame your stone around while others shovel it. Try to spice up the mix, but y'all just muddle it. I guess too many motherless. Or maybe the mother's less attentive, or just tending to their own intents instead of tending to their own infants. Or maybe they smothered them and turned them into grown infants. A little of both, I guess. Stick with your losses is. The pagan for optimists could be a Greek goddess. The way that you're optimist. I guess what I'm trying to say is the music's inflated along with the egos of those who created. You wanna debate it, then roll to the plate and show me your change. I've been searching for hope, sip some bourbon and smoke. My daughter's telling me God's here and I'm feeling him close. But I can figure out if that should make me nervous or calm. Cause that deserves an alarm. Cause I don't wanna paint the picture of right now. There will be too many shadows. And they just cover the ground. Cover the ground. But I don't wanna paint the picture of right now. Cause there will be too many shadows. And they just cover the ground. Yeah, look. Too many ways to cause pollution. Regulations start to loosen. Whose agendas are you moving? Guess the mode is convoluted. Sometimes I paint the picture with rhymes. I'm living what isn't, life dying. Let's settle a difference aside. I figured that this was implied. I guess the journey's more important than the destination. If that's all you're looking for, then the best you're waiting. Thinking there's a quick fix, then I'm praying you see. I ain't talking Halo when I say there's a reach. Glassy waters don't say placid or calm. If you can't navigate the storm, you won't stay captain for long. I thank the Lord for blessing me. Even when I'm feeling pain, that means I know what pleasure is and I'm okay with the exchange. Cause I don't wanna paint the picture of right now. There will be too many shadows. And they just cover the ground. They cover the ground. But I don't wanna paint the picture of right now. Cause there will be too many shadows. And they just cover the ground. Yeah. Kinda ironic. I wanna paint the picture, but that's exactly what I do.
All right, that was Loose Logic Pictures, produced by Gonzilla. What y'all think of that one?
Nikki.
That was such a nice little vibe. Did he say if it was mixed or not? It didn't
Not
feel
mixed.
like it was mixed.
No mix.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, it didn't feel like it was mixed. So obviously, but Loose sounds so good on mixed too. Like he'll be like, "This is raw," and I'm like, "It's fucking butter. What the fuck are you?" Like he gets so like self conscious too. Like he's so fucking good. It blows my mind. You and your imposter syndrome. You need to calm down. Um, you are good. And I love how your cadences switch. You just flow with the beat, and you like maneuver around it to make it just so interesting. Like your different cadences. You know, when you break up and start doing the, you know, double time, the loose, you know, hammer time flow, and then you go to like the lay back, and then of course like the hook was great too. Definitely needs obviously a mix. I would definitely, you know, make the hook have a shit ton of fucking layers, like make it beautiful. Like give it like 81 fucking layers. Give it the Heinz 57. But anyways, I like this overall without the mix and stuff. It makes it a little hard. Gons, I'm pretty sure that was your beat. He submitted it, so I figure beat was good. I liked the different like arrangement and balance. You had the sample going steady, that that girl in it, and I liked how it was going with Loose and it worked with him. But there were certain parts where she was, and this might just be mixing. I don't know. Well, I'm not sure because that would probably be a stem in your track, in your beat. I feel like sometimes that was just a little bit high on some of the points he was hitting on too. So where I could still hear him, so it wasn't that big of an issue. Maybe turn that down because it did draw my attention a little bit further away from him. But it worked well with him. It was nice to hear a beat with the samples like that on it that actually like worked really well with someone like, you know, an artist on them instead of just the beat. But that was really my one thing on the beat. I'm going to give this, for where it's at without a mix and everything, I'm going to give this a 7.5.
Wow.
There's no mix. I don't want to give it. I want to give this, if this was mixed, it would be a 10.
Yeah. So I'm approaching it a little differently. So, well, no, your rating and your truth is your truth. That's fine. My truth is my truth, which is this should have been a 10, but you're showing us the pre-pre's, and that's cool too. I would much rather you show us, you know, what's under the curtains rather than hiding behind the drapes. Here's the deal. That was fucking fire. The cadence, the delivery, the fucking bars, the beat, like Gons went nuts on this. I loved this. I need to hear the fucking mixed version so it can be a true 10. Because it's not mixed, I'll knock off 1 point. It's a 9, which is crazy for an unmixed song. That's where I'm at.
I'm like, I wanted to give it an 8, but then I was just like, I can't with the now.
Don't feel bad. Give it whatever you want to give it.
I feel bad.
Give it whatever you want to give it.
I
Unmixed Loose is still better than a lot of shit.
I went hard knocks on him, which wasn't even that hard. It was like still.
All right. Yeah, I thought this was cool. I remember when Gon sent me this beat. I'm glad I didn't do anything to it because I think Loose Logic did something better than I would have done with it. So shout out to Loose. I like the beat, of course. God damn it. People in these fucking subs. Thank you, people. Thank you, JB. Shout out to Ray Stans for the subs. You'll probably periodically hear gunshots. Please disregard. Nothing violent is occurring. Just people celebrating.
Except for my violent boner from all these subs. Thanks, everybody.
Okay. All right.
Did I do it? Did I do a joke?
I don't think you did. I think you just said something disturbing.
Okay. All right. Close your computer screens, everybody.
Hold on. There's a question real quick. Torpedo, anything you need to know before submitting? No, there's nothing at all that you need to know. Just submit. It can be a link to SoundCloud, YouTube. You can upload a file. We try to avoid Spotify because it does weird things sometimes, but it's okay. So you can post whatever link you have, whatever track you have. We'll give it a listen, and we'll give you a rating just like everybody else.
And make sure that you mark down what kind of feedback you want from us.
Yeah, if you want us to complain about something specific, just let us know what it is you would like us to complain about.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna ignore what you want and do what I want anyways. Fuck.
That's typically what I do. But yeah, shout out to everybody for the gifted subs. We appreciate everybody, and shout out to all the people holding it down. Keep this train rocking and roll. I don't know what the fuck a Twitch train is, but we're on it.
I don't know. It's like a hype train. I got some biddies. Let me give us some biddies.
All right. Yeah, my feedback on this, I think Luce did a solid job on it. I would give the same feedback on this one that I gave on Lamb. Is I'd like to hear like a lower tone kind of buried underneath your vocals and the hook to kind of give it some body and give it a little bit more presence and width. But that said, I think it's a good track. I would like to hear the final mix version, since it's not mixed and it doesn't have those lower tones on it. I will give it a 7.9. Same as Lamb's. A little head nod. Okay. All right.
Consistent.
Yeah, I'm consistent. All right. Let me figure out where we are in the subscriber list now, because we have a whole lot more subscribers than we did a moment ago.
Well, JB just fucking Hiroshima bombed it.
JB just gifted, so I'm gonna jump and do his first. X Raider is now subscribed, so okay, all right. Let me tell people what's going on here. JB just gifted 5, Lamb gifted 1, X Raider subscribed, Oz subscribed. Who else is subscribed?
Ray Stans also gifted like 5.
Ray Stans gifted some. Ray, did you have something else we were going to listen to, or you just you're just trying to compete for the top spot on the gift list? So what we're going to do is we're going to listen to JB's track first, since he gifted a sub. Then we'll listen to Lamb, since he gifted a sub and he's a subscriber. Then we will circle back to the other remaining subscribers. Goddamn. All right. Fair enough. No complaints. Good. Moving on. All right. Next up, JB Music. This is called I'm About to Leave. Where are you going?
Where'd you come from? Where'd you go?
Any particular feedback you want on this, JB? You just want us to have at it the way that we normally do our positive words of affirmation for all other people? Let us know. In the meantime, here's JB Music. God damn it. I'm About to Leave. We'll check it out.
Just the usual, please. Take one of the regular.
I've been meaning to tell you, I've got a problem far from solved. I've been meaning to tell you, how is it so easy to move on? For you, yeah, it's hard to think of solutions without a truthful conclusion. I've been meaning to tell you, how is it so easy to move on? For you, look, I know that I overthink things, but I'ma see where it goes. They don't be giving me comfort. People, they stay on their toes. People, they only want one thing: attention, money, and clothes. People be calling me desperate. They tell me I'm out for control. That's not what I need. It's hard to believe. I just be playing the victim. I might as well be deceased. See what I mean? They're making a breach. Now with the system running, I'm thinking I'm about to leave. Yeah, I'm about to leave. I'm about to leave. Yeah, I'm about to leave. Yeah, you think it's funny, don't you? But I got news for you. You think affecting me affects the truth, and that ain't true. I'm feeling better now. What are you gonna do? I really wanted to know, cause I've been meaning to tell you, I've got a problem far from solved. I've been meaning to tell you, how is it so easy to move on? For you, yeah, it's hard to think of solutions without a truthful conclusion. I've been meaning to tell you, how is it so easy to move on? For you.
All right, that was I'm About to Leave by JB Music. He's going to keep it real with us. He completely forgot that he submitted this. So he's coming in blind and we're going in blind. All right, my feedback is this. The parts where you were kind of belting out and singing were a lot better than the parts where you were like slowed down and rapping in a deeper voice. I would say stick with the more melodic part because it seemed to match the track a bit better. That said, I hate the melody in the back of this beat. It sounds weird as fuck with whatever little creepy noise that they have in the background. I hate that, but I think you did fine on top of it. You kind of washed it out at some point I started to ignore it until I heard it again. But I would say that your sung parts shine more than the rapping parts. And I would rather hear this entirely done in that same style rather than you alternating between the two. Also, turn down the reverb and the mid ranges a little bit because you sound like you're in a box screaming on loosely padded walls. I will give this a 6.5.
Care to expand upon that?
No,
Nikki. Yeah, Nikki, not Dice. The hum is what I was.
I had 6.8 down, and I thought he was gonna come for my 8.
Don't come for my 8, bro.
Don't come for my 8, bro.
I got 8 for you.
So I feel like there's some tune spot parts that are a little bit off. I think that the second part of your hook is more on key than the first part of it, but also like what Dice said with the delay or the reverb, whatever you have on there, you need to do. Well, I'm not gonna tell you what you need to do. I feel like you should.
Tell them what you need to do.
No, I feel like you should try to take some of the tune off, or definitely take off the delay or the reverb. Maybe keep some tune, or just try re-singing some of the parts because you do sound like you have a good vocal because I hear you hitting certain notes. And add layers. You need layers in this. You need to give it that depth without having to use all the effects and stuff like that on it because you already are using a lot of tune. So you can't have a lot of other stuff on top of it because then it's way too distracting. But I liked the vibe of this overall. I think that definitely the part when it's like probably 3/4 of the way through and he's going do and like dropping it really low, that goes out of key. So definitely check out those do's, all those O rhymes that you have that stands there. So definitely check out those and layers. Turn down the delay if that's what that is. Check out the mix a little bit because it was a little bit rough. But yeah, I like how this is. I think that it's catchy. And I definitely, as soon as Liam said that about Rogue, I could definitely see Rogue on something like this too. So that's definitely gave me that kind of vibes, but I think that it's a catchy hook and everything. Just tighten up, tune up, take shit off, layers, hit. All right.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all the thoughts that I had as well. Is layers. The mix wasn't quite there. I liked the singing more than I liked the rapping, but honestly, like when you were singing, it was a bit of a bop. I was kind of nodding along, like I was here for it, you know. Sad boy music, baby, let's go. So you know, I feel as if just a little bit of tightening, this is a song that's worth reworking. I think where it's at today, with just a couple of the mixes, not doing all the layers. I'll give it. I was gonna give it a 6. Everyone got their points in, so I'm gonna give it a 6.7 because it's not exactly a 6, right? It's not a D. It's like a decent song with just like some technical issues and a couple parts you were off. No,
we don't have to justify ourselves to JB.
I'm not justifying myself to JB. I'm parsing this out in my head of this subjective point system that we, throw out.
From now on, I'm not explaining any of my decimals. My decimals are my decimals. You get what you get.
I'm reliving every single fraction of a point live in the moment. So this is my process.
All right. Shout out to Laura for subscribing on YouTube. Welcome to the circus that this is. And also shout out to Big Biddy Joey Grace for joining us. How's the metallurgy working? Are you working long hours still, bro? Are you back on regular schedule? You gonna give us a Halloween album? I think that's the only question that I want to know. Are you gonna give us a Halloween album this year? Because if anybody on our server is the king of Halloween music, it is Joey Graves.
And for what it's worth, on point 75% of the time, false. I'm on point fucking 99%, baby. Fuck these co-hosts. I'm the fucking person who's right. I'm upset now. I'm just going to get a bad rating now because of Joey Graves. Have him to thank.
Okay. All right. Well, let's give some bad ratings to Lambothy next. This is T Lamb Just Because featuring King Dilla.
I don't know the Dilla song.
Wait. Magic off of the album Just Because featuring King Dilla. There we go. I can read.
Yeah. Hey, come here. I gotta tell you something. Listen. Girl, you looking good in that dress. Make me wanna get you undressed, dig deep in your flesh. Let me show you what a nigga about. When I dive deep in that wet, I ain't just running my mouth. Already know that I ain't playing, got you running in the house. Turn the TV on, then it was on, we never leave the couch. I can't even explain it. If you think I'm foul, then I'm flagrant. I'm so intrigued by your body that I'm tangled all of your fragrance. Ayy, can't nobody match it. I swear you be doing magic. Girl, you make it happen. Mercedes or the mattress. I just gotta have it. Can't nobody match. I swear you be doing magic. Girl, you make it happen. Mercedes or the mattress. I just gotta have you tonight. All this love I got stashed away. You too sweet and give me 2 weeks, cause you know you gotta ask for that. Ain't no need to procrastinate. Ain't no mystery, I've been missing you, you been missing me, so let's not miss a beat. You ain't a jump off when I miss the cheeks on your IG, cause I miss the cheeks. You ain't got a front, you need dick to sleep. We smoke, fuck, then we pass out. Leave that ass out, we never fix the sheets. Got them cakes and I love you better. You so bad, ain't no one better. When I'm with you, don't know what matters. So come through, cause I gotta have it, ayy. Can't nobody match it. I swear you be doing magic. Girl, you make it happen. Mercedes or the mattress. I just gotta have it. Can't nobody match it. I swear you be doing magic. Girl, you make it happen. Mercedes or the mattress. I just gotta have you tonight.
I gotta have it. She automatic. She got an hour to be on my counter. Believe me, I'm counting and she running late. I know it's extra, but read all about it. We both on the road and we don't need to travel. And man, it's so rocky, my feet on the gravel. She leave and come back and now she on the saddle. I never judge you, I don't need a gavel. Beauty is nothing, I need me a trooper. Now we in the stupor, cause she need a Uber. Cause I gotta leave and get back to my lady. As long as we hanging, I be Mr. Cooper. I'm back in my city with nothing to do. Such a recluse and it's lucky for you. Tap on your head, I'm the duck to your goose. Jump in your bed, I'm the punch in your juice.
Can't nobody match. I swear you be doing magic. Girl, you make it happen. Mercedes or the mattress. I just gotta have it. Can't nobody match. I swear you be doing magic. Girl, you make it happen. Mercedes or the mattress. I just gotta have you tonight.
All right, that was Timothy Lamb, Magic featuring King Dilla. Nicole, what did you think about that?
Who is Nicole? Just kidding.
You are Nicole.
I thought that this was overall a nice, smooth, suave composition. I liked your feature. They were nice. They were smooth. They were on beat. I liked it overall together. You had a good mix on it. The layers were nice. Your delivery was good as per usual. Your energy matched the beat very well. So did your features. Yeah, even like their delivery, like the perfect emphasis and inflection on stuff and different, cadences were nice throughout it. Overall, I didn't really hear anything wrong with this. I thought that this was a nice vibe. I'm gonna give this an 8.5. Oh shit!
Hold on. You didn't find anything wrong with it. You're giving it an 8.5. Make it make sense, Nikki. Make it make sense.
Oh my god, I can't give out 10s.
Why fucking not? This is a 10 all day. Fuck that. Double dab. That's a 10. That was fire. I don't know what fucking standards you guys hold internet rappers to, but that's a fucking 10. That's a banger. I'm a fucking bang on a mattress and then go to the Mercedes, bang in there too while this song is playing on fucking 10. I'm going to fuck to this song, Lamb. I hope that doesn't make you uncomfortable. I love it. This is dope. And yeah, just more of this, please.
Y'all always make me feel bad for giving people too high of ratings, so I'm afraid to give anybody anything higher than like a fucking 8.
No, give whatever
so this is partly
want.
your fault.
Give whatever you want. To me, this is a 10. I don't give a shit.
Apparently, you do give a shit because you're getting loud and irate with her over her rating.
I'm not irate. I fucking love it. I'm gonna bang the fuck out of.
All right, calm your weenie down. Don't hump a pillow while we're trying to do the damn show.
This is pillow humping music.
All right, here's where I'm at with it. I like this track. I agree with what Gon said. I think it could have used some additional layers on the hook that kind of added some, because I feel like this is older, because I know Lamb currently in today's standards, he would add some harmonies and melodies in the background of that hook, and it's missing here. The other thing I thought about this is I was content with the song after Lamb's 2 verses. I didn't need King Dilla's verse at all. Not that it was a bad verse, not that it took anything away from the track, but I was content with just Lamb on this track. I didn't need a rapper on this at all. I felt like the song would have been better minus the 3rd verse. So, it feels older. I feel like it could use some harmonies. I feel like it could be shorter and more impactful as just I'm going to sing to you and smash you in the backseat of my car track. I'll give this a 7.5 because of those things that I feel like detract from the overall song. So fuck your double dab 10.
It's not just based on your judgment either. It's like my own, like the 10s that I give, that I have given, are things that like I'm like fucking like swaying to, like woo, and I like this. This was a vibe.
Just wait till you get in the Mercedes and this comes on. All I'm saying.
You're like,
who's
you're going to be pregnant.
Who's getting in a Mercedes here? None of us have a Mercedes. What are you talking about?
I drive I'm not going to say it, actually.
Why not?
Wait till you get into your fucking 76 mystery machine. Fucking
I drive the Invisible.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I drive the Flintstone mobile. That's why I have such big calluses on my feet.
Yeah. Wait till you are like out in the middle of the woods searching for rocks and this song comes on. It's gonna hit you. I promise.
Did Wilma ever drive the Flintstones car? Wilma or Betty, did they ever drive around? I feel like I never saw them drive.
Well, back then, women drivers, come on.
Pull her over immediately. What are you doing here, ma'am? Where's your escort at? Let me club you over the head. Let me club you over the head real quick and drag you back to your home.
Yeah, people forget that women weren't even allowed to vote until the Paleolithic era. God damn it! Ruined my own joke.
Ruined it. Not a double dab joke.
No.
I'll try harder. Yeah. I don't know what just happened, but it happened. Shout out to Lamb. All right, next we're gonna jump around a little bit. Osavant, I said he was gonna go next like a while ago in the people sub, so I'm gonna play Osavant next. Then after that, I'm gonna play X Raider, and then I'm gonna try to get my mind back in order from the chaos that has ensued here.
I know.
You know what?
Fucking chaos.
Nah.
Okay, all right. That was chaotic what you just did there. All right. Next up is Osavant. This is called Jackets on the Wall. Anything we need to know about this, Osavant? Is this going to be a complete song? Are you going to ever share with us something that you finish? Are you going to be just like partially singing in, unmixed as usual? God damn it! All right,
Classic.
here we go.
Love it.
Check my pockets for some, yeah, for some, yeah, for some, yeah, for some. For some chains that don't make no dent, for the kids that ain't gon' live, for the souls that do their part, they still can't take a shit. For the people with no heart, tell everyone it's hard, then sit back with their friends and laugh at them till the end, till the end. Jackets on the wall, and no one ever asked them who they was till they was gone, gone, gone. They would always do what they were told. And where did that end up at? Say so violent, but no, I'm finna check it. A double-sided mirror in the bathroom. Why in the bathroom? No, never asking questions about your last name. What is your last name? Why don't you have faith?
Interesting.
That was Osavant, Jackets on the Wall. No Joey Graves. My ears aren't bleeding. I'm agreeing with Ray. I'm wanting to ban Osavant, but he has such a beautiful and melodic voice that I can't ever just bring myself to actually click that ban button every time I hover over his name. But I get angry every time he sends us a minute long unmixed. I was just taking a 30-minute break in between work and decided to sing this verse. Let me share it with you guys. Track. Damn, dude, can we ever hear something that you ever finished? Like, I'll even like stop mid-show and just play it if you ever just like send us a finished song. I just want to hear what a finished thought from you actually sounds like. You know, you sound good as usual, even though it's unmixed. I don't know what this is about. I will give it a 4 because I don't know anything that I don't know. I would give it an 8 based on your voice, but that's not where we are, so I'll split it with you and give you a 5.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough, right? There's a minute of fucking beautiful sounding vocals, but again, it's not mixed. So it's like, oh, I hear all the mouth noises. Like, my ears are inside of your mouth. I hear every sloppy fucking slosh of your fucking tongue as you're singing about bathrooms. Yeah, like obviously a mix would do this well. A second verse, maybe a thought about a hook. So
maybe a song.
maybe a song. It's hard to tell what to do with this. I mean, objectively, it was like you have an insane voice. If you just lowered the layers and like even that, just as a mix, like not even mix, just lower the vocal layers. I will give it a 6.5 for being 1 minute and unmixed, which is kind of insane. That's how good it is.
How good he
is.
is.
It could be 1 minute and unmixed.
I hate him so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're we know that your vocals are fire. Everything sounds really, really good vocally, except for, you know, the fact that it's not mixed. The vocals are a little high, but your actual tone and everything, it's I'd love to hear you sing live. Like I would love to hear you like live. because these are unmixed and they are so good, it makes me feel like you'd have a really good live performance. Like loose, unmixed sounds good. Like, you know, I'm sure probably great live, you know. But yeah, definitely want to hear more from you because they're always a minute and a little bit confusing. So I'm kind of curious as to what you're working on, if you're working on a project or if you've never actually really thought about releasing something. So you've never really got that far. Not sure what your game plan is here, if you're just testing and experimenting and just having fun with it. But I definitely would like to hear you actually mix and stuff because it would sound a lot better. I'm going to give this 5.8.
The only thing Savant is working on is pissing us off. And don't give him love, Ray Stans. No, and
I feel like maybe he's just trying different things and not at a point to have anything mixed yet because he's not making something he loves. But you need to remember, like, you're going to be perfect. You're never going to release anything.
I am going to adamantly deny and decline your substitute offering of an explanation for him. No, this man is a musical genius and he's just stubbornly not finishing and sharing stuff because he's selfish. Exactly, Joey. He's trolling.
I don't like to believe that immediately.
No, it's not immediate. This has been a year straight of him giving us
Don't
1 minute.
make me wrong, Osman. I have your back.
Giving us a year straight of just, here's some scat track that I recorded in between some beautiful melodies. Let me give it to these dumb fucks. They don't know what they're talking about. Damn it.
Is it yup to me or is it yup to Dice?
He knows what's going on.
Did you bait and switch me, Savant?
Jesus, let me get myself together.
Are you baiting? Are you baiting on live stream, Savant?
I told you, Nikki. He's got finished tracks somewhere. He's just not sharing them with us. He's like, oh, let me give them the rough takes of this perfect track that I finished last week.
I like to believe that, you know, people just aren't fucking with us.
No, here's why I said that. Nobody sings as well as he does and not mixes it without having a finished track somewhere. You don't just scat your ass through 1 minute of nothing.
Maybe he doesn't.
And never finish.
Maybe he had imposter syndrome.
No,
maybe he doesn't realize something.
No, I'm not giving him a cop out. I'm going to adamantly.
Well, not anymore. He fucking told me that he's trolling us. So no.
Maybe he can't last longer than a minute.
Now. Jeez. Well.
All right. Get myself together.
I don't say that.
Yeah, actually, 100 1-minute clips. If you put them onto a Spotify playlist, well, passive income right there.
Yeah, short ass songs.
I would listen to
play
it. I'm
them
not
through.
gonna lie.
I would too. The Savant playlist. Let's go.
I listen to all 100 minutes of
If it's over
100
before
songs.
people like even I never thought about making that short of songs either.
You know what, Savant? I've calmed down after my tirade. I'm okay. Send a finished song whenever you're good and ready, and I'll just go into another angry tirade the next time you share a minute-long clip.
And I'm just not going to stick up for you anymore unless it's something really, really bad.
No, I'm good. All right, next up, X-Raider. This is called Melodies and Felonies. I'm already going to give this song title a 2 out of 10 because it's giving me strong Ray Stans vibes. I don't know what it is you just did here, but I'm not liking it. Want some feedback on overall vocals delivery. Okay. All right. Melodies and Felonies. Psyching myself up for this one. All right, here we go.
X Raider. Let's get it. I'm no A1 son, but I came to cure the whackness. No practice, I attack this like a plug smacking crackheads. The only fact is, they're actors, and I know it. But on this rap track, it's just rhythm and a poet, and I flow it. Kinda like the blood in my veins do. Writing, getting ahead, yeah, I fed my chicks some brain food. Spray dudes, no ditty. Talking about a riddy from just outside the city, so I'm talking kinda gritty as You with me? Cause I'm getting kinda sick of these assholes spitting about chickens wouldn't hit with a mask on. Is you kidding? That's a written is trash, bro. Heard better sounds when kicking a fat hoe. Bounce, bounce, used to break a pound down to ounce out. Profound how I drowned out these clowns with the surround sounds. Now that's loud. Take these hoes and smoke them, so don't ask how. Gifted with the writtens till I'm tipping it cash cow. Blow, blow, no Glock cocked, yet they bow down. Flock for the gok, sucking cock like it's chow. Wow, but they don't need it, so I feed them penis. Now I'm rapping for no reason, so I'm done this shit, I'm leaving.
100% gone. I was fully prepared to ask if Ray Stans is trolling us and he and X-Raider are secretly the same person and Ray is just testing out an alter ego on us. Like, I'm waiting for them to have a slip up where they type the exact same thing.
It sounded just like Ray at the beginning. It fucking sounded just like Ray. And I was like, wait, is Ray on this? And I'm like, oh no.
Nikki, they gotta slip up at some time. Ray's gonna fuck up and he's gonna type something from his
I
X-Raider.
feel like it's a mix of Ray and AWOL together. And some like diabolical super.
I'm on to you people. I'm not mad at this. I was fully prepared to give it a 6.5 just because you were just saying a bunch of random hoopla, and then you reeled me in with the bow bow scheme. And for that reason, I will give it 6.7. Because 6.8 is reserved for Nikki.
Like my infinities sideways.
It's not a thing, Nikki. This is just an 8.
It's not just an 8. Anyways, I like this overall. It was a nice little thing. I mean, like the lyrics were a little bit wild, and I don't know. You talked a lot about penises and cock at the end, so you had a lot of meat stuff at the end there. But overall, your delivery was nice. You had a nice flow. Your mix sounded like you had some sibilance in it. You had one where you had a couple sh words. It was like a should. I didn't write down the line. I started to, and I only wrote down should and put sibilance mixed. But you had there was a specific spot where it was very like. So just check on that. Maybe DS Ray. I mean, sorry, Raider.
Raider. X-Ray stands.
I'm just saying. Okay. Anyways, sorry I had to feed into that conspiracy real quick. But yeah, I liked it overall. You were on beat and everything. Your tone was nice, and you had a good energy. There was times you sounded like Ray, but times that you didn't, and you had good emphasis and inflection in where they needed to be. So this is a nice little overall thing. Like I said, the lyrics, man, for me, I'm gonna give it a 6.8. Because I think that there's some sibilance, some mixed issues, and the lyrics just were a little bit out there for me.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, the mix could be.
Oh God,
am I on mute?
That's like
you're back.
You were frozen. You were frozen with the eyes in the back of your head.
To what a dope track that was. Just kidding. Yeah, it was decent. It was decent. I think that you've got a decent style. Like, you're clearly comfortable on the mic. You've got a good presence. The flow was there. It did feel the writing felt a little contrived, I guess. Like it kind of felt like, it was taken from the rap forums of 2008, and then you found a new beat and rapped maybe an old verse. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just the way that everything was structured was kind of a little rigid versus a little bit more loose with it, writing wise. I'll give it a I'll give it a 6.8 as well.
All right. X-Raider, I'm on to you. Just waiting for you to slip up and say I'm Ray Stans one day. Got my eye on you. All right. Let's see who's next in the long list of subscribers. After that is Gonzilla. Dog Tags, you went and snuck another one in on us. I'm gonna go ahead and play it just because you've been consistently on like 3 straight shows, and I appreciate that. And then after that is Torpedo. And that will be the last of the current subscribers and tippers and all the other jazzy hand shit. Nikki,
And
why are you
if you-
typing in the chat?
If you did subscribe, then and we missed you, then fucking let us know too.
Nikki, why are you
So
typing
go.
in the chat?
I'm not.
I see you right there, Miss Token 420. What do you mean I'm not?
It's just like that was like it wasn't right now.
Here's Nikki. I'm not typing in the chat.
I'm like, I'm not.
I'm
No,
on to
I
you
am not.
too. All right.
It's like the dog that you're like, stay, and then it like lays all the way down but like crawls to you, and you're like, that's not stay. Just because you're on the ground crawling forward doesn't mean you're obeying me.
God damn it. You people are yeah. All right. Here's Gonzilla. This is called Tide Pod Martini Alt. Obviously this is not for children, so if you're under 18, please close your ears. Later, X-Raider. AKA
Later,
Ray
Raider.
Stans.
All right.
Early boy. Ow.
Okay. Pretty much. I think we get the gist of it. That was Gonzilla Tide Pod Martini. What did y'all think of that?
Fuck. That was so good. That was fucking fire. Super chill, dope drum pattern, awesome jazzy style. You know, I could really see DJ B on this if he's still making music. Shout out DJ B. I can see me on this, but I won't insist. I can see a lot of people on it. I think it's fucking super, super good. I think that I really don't have any qualms on it. I found myself wanting, like, while I was listening, just kind of thinking up different schemes I could use over it. I'm already like behind 2 Gons beats, so I need to write to those first. But really, really love this. I'll give it a 9. Give it a 9.
Dice.
Oh, okay.
How you feel about the jazzy little diddle?
I thought it was good. I thought it was well composed. The sounds were well balanced. Um, Not really my style type of thing, and I absolutely cannot hear DJB with his gruffy rapper voice on this. Maybe more of a almighty VA. Um, but I think it's a good beat. Um, I'll give it 7.8.
You like that Infinity Boy? Just kidding.
an 8.
I like this too. It's okay. It's the same thing.
They're not shaped
But
the same.
anyways, I enjoyed this too. I thought this was a nice little vibe. I could see myself on it, but I am way too back the fuck up to even like. I'm trying not to say that to any beats. But I like this overall. I liked the jazzy, nice flowing feel of it. I could see a bunch of different types of artists. I could see someone rapping on this. I could see someone singing on this. I could hear, R&B. I could hear soul. I could hear a bunch on this. This sounds really nice. I like it overall. I feel like that layer just makes it feel real classic, like old timey vibey, like that layer that you have on top of it. On top of the whole beat. So this is nice. I'm gonna give this an 8.
All right. Next up, Dog Tags again, because he has been super consistent in giving everybody harsh ratings alongside of us. So we're not so strict here. We bend the rules every now and then. So we're going to play a second track from Dog Tags that he wanted to have for next week. So we're forcing his hand at coming up with something else for next week by playing Grimy Attempt.
The police department just announced the details of a major drug bust.
That was Young Dog Tag. Said that he was trying something a little bit different, thinking of adding a switch, but this was just the introductory loop to something he's working on. What do y'all think of that?
That provides some better context. Because just as an introductory loop, as a graveyard, this is a really good start. I really liked the drums. I really liked, what you did here. My kind of thoughts, I looked closer at the screen. I was like, okay, how long has this been going on? Right around the 55 seconds. I was like, it's time for a chorus, And for the chorus, I was imagining maybe some synths, maybe like a female vocal sample. I think that really grimy, really fucking dope. Definitely needed a little bit more for the switch ups. Again, this motherfucker loves his distortion. I think that the distortion is not only making some of the piano notes clash because it's kind of, blurring the lines a little bit. So it makes some of the sounds clash in the background, and it also makes the drums sound like fucking dog shit. The drums sound like, fucking 8-bit, Nintendo rather than the full-bodied drums that they need to be. So, okay, Conductor Williams Warp. I don't even know what the fuck that is, but I'm telling you that I would have given this an 8 or 9 as a start. minus the distortion. With the distortion, I'll give it a 7 because I see the potential anyways.
New Jersey.
I liked this overall. I felt like there wasn't enough change, like at the right points. But obviously, it's just the starting. It's just you trying something out. I have no idea what a Conductor Williams warp is either. That sounds like, I don't know. It reminds me of like fucking Rocky Horror Picture Show when they do the time warp. I don't know. Anyways, I definitely agree with Bird. I didn't think about that with the singer on it. I think that female vocal like sample would sound cool, and even something that's like even a little ghostly or something like that. As like a layer in the background would be nice. Just maybe add a little bit more variation to it, and change up. It just seemed really loopy to me. I'm gonna go with a 6.8 where it's at. I didn't hate it, and it reminded me of Izzy. I was like, "Is this Izzy? Oh wait, no, this is Dog Tags." Like it's borderline. You guys would probably do good together in a collab if you haven't. Especially if this is something you're trying to learn, he could probably definitely give you some pointers too. He probably has some good insight on this.
Okay. I like this. I would say as far as change ups, like for the hook part, I would just kind of just drop out the melodies and let the drums play. I don't mind this as a loop because I feel like the type of artist that would be best suited for this is going to have a lot of attention on how they exercise their vocals. If you're thinking of like a West Side Gun or Griselda type beat, people are going to be so focused on what's happening vocally and lyrically that they're not going to really dial in that it's a loop until they actually focus in and listen on the loop itself. I like to use the example of Jay-Z's Dirt Off Your Shoulders. Everybody think that beat is so awesome and spectacular. And of course, when you hear it, it is, but it's really just a loop consistently throughout the whole thing. It's still a great beat, but it's just a loop. So I think this is kind of reminiscent of that. It's a good beat. It doesn't have to be something super complex and a lot of change-ups in it. I think you can just get away with dropping out some melodies or adding something simple for a hook part and then just bringing it back. But as far as the drums, I think the drums are fine. Maybe layer it with something else a little bit thicker. Maybe that'll help to balance out that distortion that you have there. But I wasn't mad at what you got there. I give this a 7.7 based on my vision for it, which you should execute. No pressure. All right.
We're just trying to mold the producer's beats into something that
will sit on our backlog.
Yeah.
We'll use next year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For me, yeah, specifically, I want you to make a beat in the D-Bird style and then wait, 5 years for my next heartbreak.
Yeah. All right. Next up, newcomer to the stream and the Discord. This is Torpedo. He's got a little paragraph he wants us to see. He says he struggles with mixing verses and layering vocals.
No. Hold on. Can you read it like Torpedo would?
I don't know Torpedo to mimic their voice.
Give your best guess.
Do they have a picture? Okay, talk like the Penguin. Haikyuu. They're an engineer and a gamer.
There you go. Engineering gamer. Go, Dice.
Engineering gamer? What the fuck does that mean?
Torpedo bat.
Hi, I'm Torpedo. I struggle with mixing verses and layering vocals in it. I've been making hooks and mainly have been the hook dude on songs when I first started making music with my friend. 4 years on and off. I definitely want to improve on mixing. I don't really do this style, but what I'm currently interested in. The name is the beat title. I guess the main thing I want to know is how to improve making my verses sound better. Delivery aside, but I'm open to all kinds of advice. Sorry for the foul content in advance if it's too much.
Foul content in advance. Oh wow. Can't wait.
All right, here is Smoking Dead Ops.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Torpedo, let's give it a listen.
I spit into the ad looking for Nicholas Weber, that bitch needs to get out of this country. Popping the bitch like Mauricio Garcia, get put in a box looking ugly. I'm throwing shots like Chun-Li. My Asian people, yeah, they judge me. But Jordan Clark, you trying to kids, you pussy was. Like 626, what the fuck are they at? If I catch that hoe, he's not gonna make it back. J3 and me started with the trap. I don't cover my lyrics, fuck take that rap. When I spin through the hill, I'm throwing like 6. These boys ain't getting off shit. We cannot fuck with the opposite. You should just get sucked my dick. Hey Keandre, suck my dick. Hey Nicholas, suck my dick. Hey Jordan Cross, suck my dick. If I catch Robert on that boy, get blicked. Racist motherfuckers get shot in the head. West Coast rap, WG so cold. Wow, answer him a name instead. Hit an Asian person, I might keep that. Smoking the ops all night, I don't got much time. Yes, I am. We so bitches can't rap on my life. These broke ass bitches named Robert Airlock, Jordan Clark, and fuck with me. And I'm woke, so I'm on your bitch, I still can't fist bro. Trapping in the whip, so I'm like the quiet. To shoot my people, get in my bluff.
Torpedo, what kind of microphone and what DAW are you using? Please let me know.
He's using a Coconut connected to Mercedes
Radio.
W.
Oh, well,
two-way
all he
radio.
has to do is play T Lamb song and he can fucking that Mercedes.
There you go.
He's using a two-way radio
Mm.
and recording it from having someone else record it elsewhere. He's like in a coconut somewhere.
It's a Yeti Blue and Audacity. Okay. Somebody want to go first?
Sure.
Man.
Oh, go ahead, Nikki.
So listen, I feel like I'm gonna, for right now, just strip past the obvious issues with it that we're all gonna point on, and go into like your ability. Like you sound like you were on beat and like you could like deliver and flow, but like the mix is fucked. Like I can't understand a lot of stuff, so I don't know if our Yeti's that bad.
If you
Shouldn't be.
I don't know what
if you rap this close to them and scream as loud as you can, yeah, they are.
Listen.
It almost felt like he was rapping into the back of the Yeti.
I know. So I don't know, but like something is like when you're like this in a chaotic eye, like it's like it sounded crazy, and it was like the beat was like that though too. So that's what I'm wondering. For me, that's what I feel like. I feel like it's the mix is fucked, maybe not the actual record. I don't know. It did sound like you were eating the mic a little bit. Stay 6 inches away.
Yeah.
Like this in front of your mic and stay right here. And if you feel like you're getting a lot of energy like me, I will literally like lean my head back. If you're getting energy, like lean back so it's not so much, because I if we saw this on a waveform, it would probably look like a barcode too. But yeah, stay 6 inches away. I don't know if you mix this yourself, but like you sound like you're a good artist and a good rapper, and I want to hear you where I could actually hear you, and I couldn't hear you hardly at all. That's why I was like, you're on B, I could tell that, and like your tone sounded okay, but I can't really tell. So where this is at, I have to give it a 5 because like the mix is fucked. But I see your artistic ability, and I think that you could be a good rapper. The lyrics are very basic too, but I feel like it's that kind of what?
I'm repeating his lyrics. He said something I do.
I didn't hear you. Yeah, I feel like that's just kind of the style song it is, so I'm not marking it down that much for that because it just kind of had the energy anyways. But yeah, definitely it sounds like it's in the beat too, which makes me think it's your mix. Like I don't know what Odyssey is either. If you're mixing this. Probably if you can export them as raw waves. Wave is the best format. I don't know if you can export that. But anyways, you're talking to Z. Sorry.
Do an internet search for how to export your tracked out vocals from Audacity. It should be the same as any other DAW. You would ideally want the waves so that somebody could import them in whatever tool that they're using.
Yeah. Wait, Nick, did you give a rating?
She said 5.
Yeah. Just it sounds so distorted to me. It's hard for me to actually hear everything. So that's it. With a heavy heart, I give it a 5 because I wish I could have heard.
Wait, did you really just fucking pause to fucking type to the guy you're giving
You guys
feedback
were talking.
No,
You were talking.
motherfucker. No, bad. Bad,
You're seeing it
Nikki.
today. I was typing.
Bad. No, like that's... Yes,
you were
Torpedo, it
talking.
was distorted. Yeah, you can interrupt or you can wait for a breath. There's a lot of things. You have a platform and a microphone and a video on you. All right, Torpedo Bat. I'm just gonna be dead silent while I type in my feedback to you.
It's never dead silent while I'm typing.
And I'm gonna interrupt you and just get into my feedback.
Anyways, yeah, distorted, could barely hear it. It was like Nikki said, the energy, the delivery was there. It felt like you could be experienced, but you had extreme technical problems, made it very hard to listen to. It's dope that people are in the chat. Izzy Graves, I'm sure a bunch of others from the community kind of see the potential that we see and are like, yo, let's at least try to see what it would sound like if you didn't have the most glaring issues ever. So where it's at today, 3. And that's like a nice 3 because you're like actually good, but minus the other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think first and foremost is recording technique is kind of what Nikki was saying is how close are you to your microphone? What's your spacing situation like? Is your mic, back against the wall? If so, you're rapping into a wall and it's going to reflect off and give you a lot of background reverb and unnecessary echo. But really just listening to the vocals, it just sounds like you're immediately too close to the microphone. So step away from the microphone, give yourself about 8 inches, 10 inches of space between you and the microphone. That way you can exercise your different volumes and cadences. B, don't have the microphone with a flat surface right behind it. Like a wall. I mean, the mix is bad. So mixing will come over time. Also, I'm not a big fan of drill stuff. It all really sounds the same. I think you do have the capability of, making a song. So you're not offbeat, you're doing your thing. But kind of also another thing that Nikki said is the lyrics just kind of got repetitive after a while. I think you had 4 straight lines of suck my dick. Music is what it is. It's subjective. So some people that might get them hyped up. Other people may look at it as like, okay, you got a little bit lazy there. So just be aware of your audience, who you're making songs for and who you're sharing your music with. Some people will see things different ways. Like we all have 3 different perspectives. Everybody in the chat has a perspective. So, just remember that. So yeah, the song wasn't good, but there's something there that you can probably work on and get better at. Everybody starts somewhere. So I'm kind of the same as Bird. I'd say this is like 2-3 out of 10 at best, just because you have potential. But for what this is, it's not, it's not there.
Yeah, I feel like it's really a quality issue. And
it's mostly a quality issue.
Yeah, for sure. Because I feel like it could be better. It could sound a lot better if the quality was there and stuff. I don't think he's a bad artist. Definitely he needs to work on lyricism a bit. A little bit more interesting, but I feel like it is very basic drill too. So
one thing at a time, right?
A Bird. Somebody posted in the feedback that I should tell you, D Bird, he is a pussy.
Oh, cool. Well, you're a pussy back.
All right. I don't know. All right. Let's see. That was it for the subscribers. Scrolling back up to the top, we don't have too much left. So I know Hayden, you're out there hanging out, probably still, maybe, hopefully, sorta, kinda. God damn, there's a lot more than I thought. I'm lying. There is a lot more. I lied. First up is Lucius.
Liar.
You got me. This is called Smoking Gun 2. Damn.
be my favorite. Like Cupid, that arrow you aimed it. Now I'm stressed, we not winning the same thing. And why when you say it, my name rings. I said that you be the one. Stuck in my brain, you be playing for fun. You just set the barrel to smoking my gun. Said that you be my favorite. Like Cupid, that arrow you aimed it. Now I'm stressed, we not winning the same thing. And why when you say it, my name rings. I said that you be the one. Stuck in my brain, you be playing for fun. You just set the barrel to smoking my gun. I'm selling my dreams, I'm selling my soul. I run through my highs, down through my lows. Seeking a light, glistens it glows. Inside the ride, passy beside, the vessel of time. I'm up on the rise again. A tale of broken men, a vase that's on the mend. Give me my flowers, popping my downers. Where they first left us is where they then found us. Make a wrong move and they'll bite like a hound us. Twisted the tail up on ivory towers. A story of beauty and faithful encounters. Said that you be my favorite. Like Cupid, that arrow you aimed it. Now I'm stressed, we not wanting in the same thing. And why when you say it, my name rings. Said that you be the one. Stuck in my brain, you be playing for fun. You just set the barrel to smoking my gun.
Say you said I'm gleaming. Wonder if you mean it. Lately I've been running round in circles, chasing reasons. Never meant to hurt your feelings. Change up like the seasons. Now I've gone and done it, so stay fair to hold your grievance. I've been here a minute, I made up my mind. So it was left and you say that you're fine. Every time, every time. Hold your grievance, baby.
Said that you be my favorite. Like Cupid, that arrow you aimed it. Now I'm stressed, we not wanting the same thing. And why when you say it, my name rings. That you be the one. Stuck in my brain, you be playing for fun. You just set the barrel to smoking my gun.
All right, that was Lucia's Smoking Gun. Wanted feedback on vocal performance and effects, please.
I think that for this one, for me, okay, you have really good vocal ability. I can hear it there. There's some parts where there's a little bit of key changes or a little bit dropping out of key. I think it was about 150, and I think that there would be better harmonies used there. And I also feel like the dubs that are throughout the track, maybe you should try doing ad libs instead, or having her singing some harmonies. Like her vocal ability, I love her vocals. But definitely, I think that you need to. I feel like the layers took away from me actually being able to hear your true tone in this one, because it was almost distracting. Like, or they were all the same volume. There's something going on in the mix, where either those have to be turned down, or doing ad libs instead, or having her do harmonies and maybe doing some ad libs, having a little bit more variation and playing with the depth of the actual song in that way, because you do have a female that has fantastic vocal ability that even when she was singing those at the end sounded great. And her low vocal, like her low harmony where it wasn't the exact dub, it was kind of clashing with her main vocal. So maybe just turn that back a little bit too, so it's not so much clashing, because it's hard to actually hear what she's saying in certain parts of her verse. Or her part of it. And overall, I liked this, though. I'm going to give this 7. I thought this was solid overall. Definitely, I just feel like some things were just too competitive, where they could be more complementary.
Bird.
No, I refuse. You go next.
No. All right. The doubles were off in a lot of parts, and I'd almost rather hear the female vocals on the hook rather than Lucia's vocals. So I think really the main thing that stood out to me is like the doubles were just off in a lot of places to where it was distracting, and there was a lot of empty space in the vocals where it felt like something was missing. I know it's a slow beat and a slow vibe of a song, but it just felt like there was a lot of gaps in there that made it feel more boring than it actually was. So those were my main complaints on that. I would give it a 4.5.
Whew. All right. Yeah, I mean, I think that the vocal performances were actually really good. Especially the female vocal. She really stood out on this track. I think that Lucius did a fine job, but you are right about just the technical aspects of it. They kind of took me out of it a little bit. Lining up those doubles will definitely make it an easier listen. I still liked it for what it was, but the technical issues kind of took away from it. So I'd give it a 6.
Okay. What's next? Akuma Kanji. I don't know what this was called. He didn't name it. It was just a video. I've extracted the sounds. We're gonna listen to it. I don't know what it is. That's all I'm saying. All right, that's all we got. Fuck. Akuma Kanji. What'd y'all think of that 29 seconds?
Not long enough to get anything done.
Yeah, what?
Man, I'm just telling you what was presented to me, and that is
Play
what was
it
presented.
again.
Play it
I'm
again.
so confused. Play it again. Yeah, that was too fast. Yeah. Okay.
There's 7 seconds left. Hold on.
All right.
There you go.
Oh my god. All right. Well, I mean, everything sounded like, this was day one on Fruity Loops. You just opened up the DAW and it's like, oh, this says kick. Let's put a thing on here. Oh, cool. A snare. Boop, boop, boop. Fill in the little dots. It felt like you might have spent 5 hours the first day you opened up Fruity Loops and you found one section that just repeated in the little 8 bars that you just like, oh, perfect. Yeah, let's make this a 20-second snippet. If you were asking us to rate like what it could be, here's how to improve. The drums, you need.
You said, how's the mixing sound, and is it too repetitive?
Yes, 1,000% way too repetitive. What do you mean? It's just the same fucking loop over and over. Yes, too repetitive. And the mix sounds fucking terrible because the drums are muted. You barely can fucking hear those weak floppy dick drums. The synths are overbearing. It's not a bad melody, but it's just 3 notes over and over and over. So it's hard to even say that should be repeated. Maybe that could be a chorus if you were so in love with the melody, but overall, like, just insane repetition and kind of flaccid drums. I'll give it a 4.
Yeah, it sounded like something DJ Khaled would use as an intro back in 2008. There's, really nothing redeeming or retaining about it. I would say the synths are too much. The drums sound fine, but like the mixing and the layering, definitely nothing is really well balanced here. Um, Also, if you really want feedback on, a beat, I would say a minute is good, but 30 seconds is not long enough for us to really give you complete feedback on. So I give this a 3.
Yeah, this isn't much to go off of, so it's hard. I'm gonna kind of stick in that area. I'm gonna give this a 4. I didn't mind it, but there wasn't really much to listen to. It was just loopy. There was a bunch of different layers and things happening, but it's hard to tell if what section of the song this even was. Like, am I grading hook? Am I grading, am I reviewing what part am I reviewing? Because if this is like part of a verse, then that's like too much going on in a verse for me and my personal self. So I'm gonna stick with F4, and maybe we can hear more and see where this is going or whatnot. Like I said, it felt like loading music and like a side quest on a video game.
All right, next up is G-Tune, 18-year-old artist from the DMV who has been rapping for 6 years. Want to know if the final mix on the song is fine or if she change it before the album comes. All right, a 6-year veteran at 18. See how this goes. This is called The Worst One.
He the worst one, never sober, gonna burn one if it's the last thing that he ever does. Mama couldn't have asked for a better son. Try to talk to God, but he ain't have faith. So there's another roach up in that ashtray. I'm only showing praise cause I want something out of check or go to waste for a day of lounging. See y'all in hell, pick a meat date. Shaking dice, shit my time like a sweepstake. Shit, I broke ground, brain dead, made you replay. Pack loud as the sounds my feet make. Step proud of no fucking with dude. Old ways of thinking, they still come from the news. Niggas stuck in a loop, a noose, tight and smart leaving the room. Now you try it, thinking this hard cause I'm through writing. Psychic, y'all hear a word from me. Your parents said you wasn't worth the seed. Verdict reached, the whole clique is white as murder beats. Stove is a light, don't worry about me. Learn to murk you if I learn to read. It bills me payment urgently. Motherfucker deal still rap like I want one. Both up in my voice and niggas ask where I come from. No cutting, I want my shit hit lump sums. Fucked up off when I'm on. Who want what? Don't front, you been playing the back. Your image is fiction, I'm stating a fact. My fingers was itching, he taking a bath. No triggers, a witness, a stain in the glass. You breaking was bad, like no one's better. Off for a season, show no effort. The worst one ever. Came up clean, the dust gets swept up. Rolled up pleasures, only fleeting. Luck gon' catch up. This fucked up head gon' give me green, just hope for better. Look, no one's better. Off for a season, show no effort. He the worst one ever. Came up clean, the dust gets swept up. Rolled up pleasures, only fleeting. Luck gon' catch up. This fucked up head gon' give me green, just hope for better. Yo, can't complain if I had it for a bit. Never again will be over dramatic about a bitch. Count to 10 and she gone, shouldn't even got the number. World, my welcome left feelings in the rubber. Was colder in the summer. The weed helped me see through it. I know how to fail, I just redo it. For my mind, triple eyes like 3 shrooms and 6 tabs, and then that's just to keep moving. Live my dream lucid, grief music, don't worry how he's doing. She tuned for the people, BD and just the group. Stay tuned for the sequel, I'm getting worse for my benefit. Nigga, fuck you, you mentioned it, they said deficit. But I out attention when I'm stepping in. Been getting sicker from the medicine, like don't get better, no, don't get better, don't get better, no, it doesn't get better, it doesn't get better, no it don't, it doesn't get better, no it doesn't get better, no it don't never get better, never does, it doesn't get better, no it won't get better, I won't get better.
All right.
Is that all outro?
Yeah.
No
that was
Easter eggs?
No Easter eggs. I don't think so. I mean, you really want me to play the last 10 seconds?
Well, it's almost Easter.
You celebrate Easter? You fuck with Easter eggs?
I got Easter eggs up there right now.
What are you gonna do with them?
Fill them with things.
What, semen?
Don't worry about it.
Now I'm extra curious. you could have lied. You could have said candy, nothing. You know,
It's
just
gonna
a
be
paper, sex
it's gonna
toys.
be filled with candy buttons.
Okay, all right, something normal. All right, that's fine. G-Tune, yeah. As far as the mix on this, it's flat. You know, there's nothing exciting going on here. The song itself isn't bad, but the mix is just basically like if you painted a car all white and put a matte finish on it, and I was looking at it from a distance, there's nothing like sparkly or gleamy about it. It just looks plain and flat and boring. You know, some panning, some, you know, delays, some reverb would go a long way to making this a little bit more exciting from a listener perspective. You know, again, I'll give you credit because the song itself I actually liked and enjoyed, but you know, when you ask how is the mix on this, if I was just a regular listener, it would be pretty boring and flat. There's nothing that's like happening sonically that is going to make me want to play it back again. So, you know, I don't know if you mixed it or somebody else mixed it, but it sounds fine. It's just boring. I'll give it a 6 just because the song is good. But if I was just purely rating the mix, I'll give it a 4.
Yeah, well, I think that the song overall, you had a nice delivery. I liked the different cadences throughout this. Definitely, I feel like part of the ad libs that you have on it, when it's doing the yeah, and like the beginning part of it, like they're set back enough where it's not so noticeable. But that will be like one note for me. Like there was a lot of them. Maybe take some of them out. It wasn't so much distracting for me on here, but I also don't know what it would sound like in my radio. Like in the car, you know, I'm listening on monitors, so it's a little bit different. But so I would just, you know, be careful with having so many different ad libs. Well, so many of the yeah, like you said it a lot. But like that's just, you know, personal opinion on those there. I thought that your energy was pretty consistent throughout it. And then I was like, you know, okay, this might be a little bit boring with the energy because it kind of was very the same. But then you started to build up a little bit. And then you started to have, you know, you built up with the beat. So I was like, oh, perfect. You know, I was getting a little bit worried. But that was more towards about 3/4. And I think you were about 150 that started to build up. And you had, it was right after that dropout part that you had, which I love those little dropouts. And it just makes it more emphasis on the words that you're saying. I thought that your layers, they were good, except for, you know, obviously the yeah ad libs. Like I said, those were just a little bit too much for my personal taste. Your hook was, you know, it was catchy. I'd give this for the mix overall. I didn't think that it was a bad mix by any means. I don't know what else to particularly else say about the mix except for, you know, my gripe with some of the ad libs. But yeah, I give this 7.
Yeah, the only issue I had with the mix was personally I felt like the dubs were too loud. Like they were basically the same volume as the main vocals. And it felt like if you just turned those down a little bit, it would have been a more easy listen. It just would have felt more natural. Overall, I really liked the songwriting, though. I mean, he actually had a lot of really interesting things to say. He used a lot of not double entendres, but like kind of opposites in his songwriting a lot, where the medicine made him sick, or, you know, the front back line. Yeah, I thought it was really good lyrically. And the guy clearly has a polished style. I'll give this a 7.5.
Okay. Luke Dudley, I believe we did play your song last week. I was trying to skim through real quick while Bird was talking and answer more definitively, but I cannot now because Bird is done talking.
I can talk more.
There you go.
Yeah. Hey, have you guys seen the show Shogun on FX? That shit's
Never
fucking
mind.
fire.
Never mind. No, not. Luke, what's your name on the Discord, Luke? I believe we did play your song. I don't remember skipping over anybody intentionally, but I'm pretty sure we did. All right. Next up in the queue is, goddamn, so much here. Well, he changed his name. Sleek Ivory. What did his name used to be? The drum kid with all the too much sounds. God, I can't.
Oh, Luke Dudley says he was Lucius. Yeah, we did.
Oh,
listen to
Lucius. Yeah. Lucius,
Yeah.
we just listened to your
did it
track.
like 4 songs ago.
Yeah, like 3 songs ago we just listened. So you can play it back and listen to. All right. Sleek Ivory's next.
Save that spank.
Excuse me?
Our feedback. Go ahead, download that, and when you get sad, just pull it out.
Don't do that. Here's Sleek Ivory, beat 13. I don't know what this is. All right, that was Sleek Ivory. I agree with Dog Tech. Something's off on this. I do also enjoy the bird noises texture. However, if you're going to use a sound like that, you need to use a noise remover so that we don't hear the audible microphone static in the background as the bird chirping comes in and goes out, comes in and goes out. It's just too damn noticeable. But something's, I mean, I know you're using a little bit, what is it, like downbeat of the drums and stuff, but I don't know, something feels weird about it where I don't know. I don't like it. 5.
I agree with the birds. I like birds and songs. They have to be placed right, like intro, hook only, not on and off, because it's way too fucking distracting from the rest of the beat. So I agree with everything they said there. I think that it's just too abrupt, and it probably is because that frequencies aren't removed. And just like try to actually segue them, and it doesn't even feel like you tried to like fade them in or out. You're just like abrupt, and it's just so distracting. So it's hard to follow there. It's short too. I feel like the keys sounded like an old like 80s Yamaha piano, like kids piano. I don't know. I liked the basicness of it, but there was something off too. It was either like things were off just a little teeny bit beat wise for me. Like it just wasn't cohesive together. Or it was weird, a weird piano with that specific percussion. So, oh shit. I'm gonna go, because the birds and stuff were so distracting on that. For where this is at, I'm going a 5.
Yeah, I liked the vibe of it. There was something strange. Yeah, I don't know. Can't put my finger on it exactly. I can't imagine rapping over it, but it felt like there were some good layers. Maybe it was just like one of them that kind of threw the others off. I don't know. I'd give it a 5 as well.
All right. Next up, Jervin, new to the Discord. Give me whatever feedback you want, except mic quality, because I'm doing my best there.
Hayden X. I don't even know how to say the name. Hayden X. They subbed as well or tipped us. I can't tell.
What?
I don't understand YouTube stuff. For another song, FYI.
Yeah, I answered.
Shout out, Hayden. Shout the fuck out, playa.
I don't know what you just said.
All right, let's turn this shit show around, folks. Come on, let's get it together. Everybody, huddle up, team.
I'm here, baby. I'm here. Let's go. Let's play some music.
Jesus Christ, Nikki's typing that she's laughing instead of laughing.
I'm laughing too.
All right, here's Jervin. His first track submitted to our show. Let's make him proud. This is called We Horny. Everybody horny?
Horny.
Jervin's horny.
We'll play another one for you, Hayden. Don't worry.
I didn't even play the first one. God damn it.
Okay, flex.
Flex, I will. I'm a Twiggy. Maybe go home and get your pills. Will I flex hard? Well, let's go.
Wait.
Flex my intellect.
We did.
I'm lifting up the whole scale. Maybe I flex my flow. When
Yeah.
I flex myself, the whole place blow. I'm not
better.
rich, but my company's gold.
Gas. Sorry.
That's what make the car go, man. I'm sitting on a yacht eating escargot, man. Yeah, and I'm feeling real horny,
yeah, man.
like the song we up on it. And I'm feeling like Adonis. This persona I adorned this. Don't you think I wear well? I like it if you can't tell.
Crazy.
He said he was looking for another verse on this, so I'm suspecting there's nothing else. Yeah, that was it. First and foremost, thank you, Hayden, for becoming our first YouTube member. Thank you. Shout out to Hayden.
That's what I was trying to say. The internship thing confused the fuck out of me.
Hayden is now.
You can say that instead of typing, you fuck.
I did try to say it.
You said it after you typed it. Just don't type it and say it.
All right. Hayden is now equivalent to you Twitch subscribers, so I don't want any disrespect out of y'all's mouths when Hayden comes in here and says, play my shit first. That's right, Hayden. You are the inaugural YouTube member for White Collar Rhymes. You are now goated.
Hell yeah.
All right. As far as Mr. Horny Ass Jervin, I need to listen again.
I kind of do too. Yeah, it's 40 seconds. Might as well.
Yeah.
Okay, flex.
Flex, I will. I'm a Twiggy. Maybe go home and get your pills. Will I flex hard? Well, let's tell. Flex my intellect. I'm lifting up the whole scale. Maybe I flex my flow. When I flex myself, the whole place blow. I'm not rich, but my company's gold.
Gas. Sorry.
That's what make the car go, man. I'm sitting on a yacht eating escargot, man. Yeah, and I'm feeling real horny, like the song we up on it. And I'm feeling like Adonis. This persona I adorned this. Don't you think I wear well? I like it if you can't tell.
Crazy.
That crazy and that's like a sample of the beat, I think. I don't think that's the guy. Right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Is that's like the producer tag or something that they added into the beat.
Yeah. So I was thinking. Look, here's the deal. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I feel like I can kind of tell it's not all the way polished, right? From the mix to, some of the lyrics, like cargo, escargo. I don't know. It's braggadocious in a way that just isn't that interesting, I'd say. But at the same time, like, there's probably a place for it. If you're going to make very simple music, you have to have all the rest of the shit really buttoned up, right? I always say, like, lyrics, flow, delivery. Like, if you can do two very, very well, then you can kind of excuse the other not being there. And I just don't feel like the delivery and the flow were so good that it took away from, the lyrics not being anything to write home about. So I'd probably give this 5.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think artistically he sounds, mid-level. Certainly there's some things that could be polished up from the flow, but I think he knows what he's doing. He's capable, but the reliance on those like punch-ins from the beat, I don't know. I didn't like that. It seemed cheesy. And kind of what you said. I mean, it just felt overall a little bit more basic than what he seems capable of. And especially for a track like this, and I've posed this question to another young fellow who shall go unnamed because he's a scathing lunatic who continues to ask people to buy cologne. But when you have a song like this, I don't understand the need for a feature, right? It sounds like a 8 or a 10 line verse. Why do you need a feature on here? Finish it out. If you can't put together thoughts that would complete this song as a solo song, then it tells me you struggle with writing and you're not writing, or maybe you just don't know what you're doing. I don't know. But that said, Jervin, Hayden X would like to hop on We Horny, so I will try to make that happen.
Yeah. Connections. Yeah, we have a whole ass Discord for collaboration and finding, artists to work with. So boom, connection made, baby.
Yeah. So I'll give it a 4 out of 10 because there's obvious, mix issues, and I feel like you should be further along than what you're exercising. Maybe if Hayden gets on it, it's like a 6 or 7. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's where I'm at. 4.
Yeah, I'm at a 5. It's very, the lyrics, everything that they said, and the mix is it's real rough. I don't know if it sounds like it's mixed because it sounds like the brights are like hot as fuck, or you have like some enhancer on, like a stereo enhancer or an OTT or something like that's causing too many high frequencies where I can hear everything and every single move that you're making with your tongue touching your teeth. So it's kind of distracting for me when the mixes are too bright like that. So definitely look at the mix too, on top of everything they said. But yeah, so I'm at a 5. I definitely I agree with them to the feature. The lyrics are great. Yes.
All right, people. So celebrating our first YouTube member, Hayden, we're going to play one of their songs, play 1 or 2 other songs from other people, and then we're going to play a second song from Hayden. This first one is called Why Love's So Good. Hayden says, wants some overall feedback. Producer name is Cryptic Drizzy. So they made a basic ass tag to go along with it, but I feel like they're getting better at producing. Hayden, how long have you been producing again? Remind me. I know it's not terribly long, but refresh my old man memory.
I gotta say, I love the name Hayden X way more than Cryptic Drizzy.
You don't like little Drizzy sauce?
You don't like that Drizzy?
I'm just saying, reviewing the names alone, Cryptic Drizzy, 3. Hayden X, 8.
Is it like a Drizzy in the dark?
Do with that what you will.
Okay. All right. Here's Why Love's So Good by Cryptic Drizzy.
Drizzy, you go crazy.
Thank you. I think we understand the premise here. I will go first, and I will say, I hate the loud, sharp, high-pitched noises going on in the background. It is killing my ears. I would, if you're going to leave that sound, I would muffle it out a little bit and kind of like put some sort of filter on it so that it's not so harsh on the ears, or replace it with a different sound altogether. I think melodically, everything sounds good. Like, you've definitely made progress and you've gotten better. Everything else feels balanced. It's just that sound is just, I don't know. I'm not playing a video game, so maybe it's just too distracting sitting here listening to it, but it's making me flaccid. That said, I respect everything else that you've got going on there. I'll give this a 6.3.
It's funny. It's like every producer has to go through their video game phase. Like, everyone has at least 1 or 10 video game beats.
I think Gons is the only one that hasn't just bust out with a video game beat.
I bet you.
God, don't say that. He's gonna come here next week now with a video game beat. Don't say that. And he's gonna loose on it. It's gonna sound great.
No, I will give it a 3.
Well, yeah, because they don't make horror video games that are easy to sample.
Left 4 Dead.
Yeah. So here's the deal. The video game noises were kind of all over the place, very distracting. I don't think there was much strategy put into how do these all sound together. Because when they're all playing together, it's just like, holy fucking ADD, speedball. The part where you kind of took away all of the extras, we'll call it a hook, I guess, but it was like the most subdued area. That was actually pretty good. I liked the parts where there weren't like crazy video game sounds going the whole time. So I think the drums were fine. I think there was just a lot going on and it was messy. It was a bit messy, but not terrible. I'll give it a 6. No, I'll give it a 5.
Yeah, I didn't hate it completely. So the dings, those were. Wait, was Deaver done?
Yeah.
He just twitched out. That was crazy. Dice, you're seeing this, right? Am I twitching out?
He's just sitting there. What are you talking about?
Okay, my computer's freaking out. Then his stuff is freaking out on he's freezing. Sorry. I might have to reset this. But so the dings are so loud it hurts. Like my ears, like Dice and everybody said. I feel like it's a little bit loopy. It needs more variation. I definitely think that with all of those high-pitched noises and frequencies being so loud, I don't know what direction you're going with this. If you're trying to have an artist on this, or if you're just trying to make it a straight up like EDM instrumental. And if it is just going to be a instrumental like this, you're definitely going to need like more variation, like drops and stuff like that. Because with all of the higher frequency noises, it's like it's too much, but it's not enough to make the beat interesting, like in itself without an artist on it. So like pull those back, obviously regardless, but if you're going to have an artist on it, then, you know, it's kind of fine how it is. Because that loopy could work if you have, you know, a Halsey type vibe or something, Chainsmokers type vibe on this, like that kind of vocal. But like, for if it's just going to be straight up beat, like you need to have more variation in the actual structure of the beat itself and make it climactic and, you know, woo, like make it fun. Otherwise people won't want to listen to it. Where this is at, I'm going to give it a 5 just because the sharp noise is really, really hard for me. Without the noise or that setback, even without the variation, it'd probably be a little bit higher of a rating, but that one's real hard. It's real high. Sorry, Deeber, you're like, my screen was like freaking out. I think I was freezing and like you were like, all of a sudden your face was in the camera, and then, you know, when it catches up, like if you're in a meeting and it catches up and then you start going like 100 miles a minute, like you see somebody like, like after they freeze, that's what you're doing. And I was like, are you still talking? Are you okay?
All right.
So maybe it's my internet, probably.
Maybe it's the
I don't even drink. What the fuck? I have a Red Bull and water. I need to drink more water though.
I do.
All right, we're gonna listen to a couple from the Broke Boys, Dante Beats, and then Kenzai, and then we'll listen to Hayden's next one. This is Dante OTB, Little Baby type beat called Dead Man.
OTB, over the butt.
See if this changes in the second half. Or maybe it doesn't.
Oh shit. Shout out Krim.
Shout out Krim watching over on Kick. Appreciate the tip. We'll get to you after we give this track some feedback. This was Dante OTB, Little Baby type beat called Dead Man. I'm indifferent on this one. I don't hate it. I don't, it's not like a love thing. I didn't feel attracted to it when I heard it. It was just kind of there. I'm kind of just, sitting on the fence, kicking my feet around like a child. Give it a 6.
Good old fence sitting music.
Fence sitting. Do you sit with your legs up?
What do you mean sit with
Depends
your legs
on
up?
what side of the fence you're sitting on.
Depends on what kind of
Sitting on
fence
the
you're sitting
pointy
on.
side of the fence. Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree. Is like, I think it was well produced. I think, wasn't. Yeah, I was having a hard time imagining somebody really like tearing this beat up. Like I think it felt a little. I don't want to say boring. That's not the right word, but it
Common.
just generic. Yeah, felt a little generic. But like I think it was well produced. The drums went well. The piano was a decent melody. I'll give it a 6 as well.
Yeah, I feel like it was generic too. It was very just monotone, laid back. I mean, like it was just a basic beat. It was like, probably something that you'd have it be like an extra track on your, EP that, it still get some plays, but maybe not as much as a single. I hit one that would be a hit. I feel like it needed a little bit more variation in it to give it to that like extra oomph. But it's not bad at all. It's a little bit loopy, a little basic. Not a lot of changes, basic structure. It's overall a good composition. Just, nothing to rant and rave about. I'm going to go with 6 as well.
Nikki, what's your favorite male toxic trait?
Ooh.
Probably love bombing.
Love bombing. That's a great one. Is that toxic or is that just men?
It's toxic because it reels you in. It reels you in. If it's love bombing, then it's not genuine. But I love it at the beginning. Like you love to be loved, fuck. And then you just get fucked.
Literally.
Literally.
I love love. Who doesn't love love?
It's the worst red flag, but it's probably my favorite because I love the feeling that you love the feeling that it gives you at first. It makes you feel wanted. It's great.
You know what's crazy though is that like I wonder if there's a certain type of girl or there's a certain type like after a certain amount of time that you start dropping love bombs. Cause like in my mind, that's one of the biggest like mistakes guys do is like fall in love instantly and like express their feelings too soon. So that's an interesting dynamic as well.
How soon is too soon, Nikki? How soon is a love bomb? Like when is it when does it go from a red flag to sound the alarm?
Like if it's I mean like I guess it depends on if it's like
what if it's in the first week?
I mean, how are they love bombing? Are they sending flowers, stuff like that? Like that's the thing is like I like that kind of shit. Like, yeah, send me fucking flowers. You fucking meet me, send me fucking flowers. But like if it's like you're like showing up to places I'm at and stuff like that, like to do things for me when like I don't even fucking know you, that's too soon.
Okay,
so crossing boundaries. It just depends on what boundaries you have. I think it's different for every person.
Sounds a little bit like the love bombing you're describing is less like verbal and more like gifts and acts of service.
No, I mean, like, I guess it's a lot when it's like feelings right off the rip. Like, there's people that have been like, I
Nikki,
absolutely fucking love you and never want to be with anybody else. And I'm like, whoa.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but there is no love bomb that is too soon for you until you just feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, I guess.
Love bombing.
My boundary of uncomfortability is like when you feel like when you cross that boundary where you make me feel like I'm unsafe, and like I also don't, if I don't know you yet, like you haven't even tried to get to know me. Like for me, like the love bombing is like the consistent texting, like, hey, like I'm thinking about you all day. Oh, hey, I just sent you flowers. Oh, hey, it's stuff like that. It's like I'm like it's fun. Everybody likes that attention.
Well, you know what else is fun? Our next track from our new follower, Krim.
Hell yeah, Krim.
And if you want to
to
hear
love
some
bomb the shit out of this.
What is MCR? Krim
My
MCR.
Chemical Romance.
Yeah,
Oh,
My
okay.
Chemical Romance, of course.
I
Everybody
thought you were gonna say something way dirtier than that. I
Nah.
was waiting to
This
I was
track
waiting
is
to see what your brain came up with, and damn it, Bird.
This track is called Repeat Version 4. And if you want to hear some love bombs, I'm sure there's plenty in here. Shout out to Krim. Let's take a listen. Boom. Shakalaka.
All right. MCR, my cunt's rotten.
My clan rocks.
Manchester is the real answer. Turn that shit up.
That was in my brain. If I said what's in my head, should I let the record play? Do I play it till the end? Cause I've been here for days, going on repeat. I've been here for days, going on repeat. Repeat, 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 repeat,
I think we might actually get to all 4 minutes. I was worried.
Loving the sample.
Krim, how long you been making music? Let us know.
That was in my brain, brain, brain. That was in my brain, 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 brain. That was in my brain. If I said what's in my head, should I let the record play? Do I play it till the end? Cause
8
I've been
years.
here for days, going on repeat. I've been here for days, going on repeat. That was in my brain. If I said what's in my head, should I let the record play? Do I play it till the end? Cause I've been here for days, going on repeat. I've been here for days, going on repeat. Repeat, 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 going on repeat. Repeat, repeat.
One more time, select
All right, that was Krim and Adam Finia. Repeat, Krim. I'm gonna tell you something real quick because you really saved my ass here because I did a segue from Nikki's love bomb answer straight into your track, and I didn't know what was gonna happen here, and I was inner turmoil, scared that it was going to be something horrible that didn't have anything to do with love and bombing, and you saved my ass here. So for that, I thank you. Also, this was a very dope track. I'm going to go first because I know the least about this category of music, but I know the most about music. This was great. Don't give me that look, Bird. Every time that I was wondering in my head internally, okay, are you gonna change it up? You changed it up. Everything was well mixed and well balanced. Like I really don't have any complaints about this from my novice dance music EDM perspective, dubstep type feedback. I'm not well versed in the genre, but my ears work and my ears heard good things here. So I'll give this. Don't yawn at my review, damn it. You put some respect on my review. I'll give this an 8.5. Solid 8.5. Only because I only know this much about what I'm listening to, but it sounded great to me, so I'll give it an 8.5.
Well, I thought this was a fun track. This reminds me of all the times that I rocked a white wife beater in the middle of a crowded warehouse where paint cannons were splashing all over the place. And I was drunk off of a bottle of Fireball trying to find a woman to hold hands with me. I think very fun. Really, same thing that Dice said. Every time I was like, okay, what's next? It switches up. I really love the switch up on the back half of it. The part where it gets even faster and, kind of just fire. I'll give this a 9 because it made me happy.
Because it made you happy. We like D-Bird happy. I like this a lot. I loved the switch after 250. Total vibes with that bass change. Everything fit perfectly. It was the perfect segments. It was the perfect space and length. I would listen to this and dance my ass off at a festival or anywhere like that and clean to this song. I liked the song. I didn't have any bitches about this at all. D-Bird's like, this better be a 10, bitch. He's like, you're saying everything. This is my kind of style, and this was really good. I am going to give this a 10. But I want to hear, does he have anything else? I want to hear other stuff by him. This
Grim,
is
you got
8
other
months,
stuff?
6 months ago. Is there other stuff on his SoundCloud?
Let's stalk him.
Yeah, let's
Stalk him. I got to know. It's my 10.
It's
10. You've been making 8 years.
United Kingdom. Oh,
he's hiding stuff from us.
Hiding.
Sounds like somebody's ready to drop an album.
He said he's got a ton. He's got a ton, but it's all private. All right, Krim, we see you.
Okay.
Can you send another one through?
He said,
You know
I can.
You know what?
Where are you
Yeah.
seeing this? Oh, he's on
Kick.
Kick.
Yeah, he's on Kick. Sorry.
I gotta figure out how to get the Kick chat over here.
Oh.
Send us another one through. We're gonna listen to a few other things, and we got Hayden other song to get back to. But yeah, I think your music was pleasant enough that we would definitely prefer to listen to one more of those. No, you're fine over there in the Kick world, unless you want to see all the chaos and perverted chatter in the Twitch chat. You can stay over there and Kick. It's up to you. Depends on how nasty you want to get. Also, shout out to Manchester. Krim is here.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, behave yourselves. All right, we got company here. They're new here. They're good at what they do. We don't want to scare them off. All right, Ray Stands, I'm talking to you. Vulgar, keep doing what you're doing. More comments about excrement. There we go. All right. Okay. Next up is Scroll the Wheel of Doom. Oh my God, so much left. All right, we're gonna listen to a beat from Kenzai, then we're gonna listen to Hayden's next song, and then we'll figure out where we're at that.
With the queue the way it's looking like it is, just want to say, everyone who's getting double dipped, fucking shout out. We clearly love you guys. We love you more than our own families. We love you more than our significant others. We love you. Love bomb. Boom. Love bomb. Is it working?
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine.
Is it working?
I don't know. We'll see. Okay, this is Kenzai. This is called Brass Knuckles version 340 BPM. Boom. I just want to know overall if ooh, we got another one from Grim.
By the master.
We the best music.
I don't think that was necessary at all.
I think it needs more random screaming over it.
All right, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I agree. Yeah, I need some random voices in the background or something.
Wow, 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 wow.
All right, that was Kenzai Brass Knuckles version 3. Nikki, what'd you think of that?
I thought that wasn't bad. The electronic, like the wow, 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 it was weird, but it worked with everything else that you were doing. Not really something that I would probably pick up for myself out of a beat. It was different. It kind of was very more so just monotone, but the hook parts weren't bad with the additional percussion and stuff in it. For what it was just another generic for me. I'm gonna give it 7.
I really liked this a lot. I liked this a lot. It made me bounce in my seat, made me dance with my little fucking dog. We were bopping around, you know. I think that the areas where I wished it was stronger was the snare. The snare, I wish there was something deeper. No diddy, as the kids say. But no, I think like a harder snare with a little bit more reverb. Literally just replace that layer. I'll give it a 8. Where it's at right now, I'll give it a 7.5.
Yeah, when Bird first screamed "We the best," I didn't know what was going on, and then as I listened to this, I felt like it could definitely use like some vocal chants, some, you know, the typical "hey" type stuff in the background. I don't know, something to kind of like add to that. It feels hype without the hype is basically what I'm getting at. Like it's a hype beat, but there's no hype energy unless somebody does something by themselves vocally on it. And I think you can sell an artist on this if you add those kind of like vocal effects in the background and just kind of show them like, okay, you can do chants here, you can do this here. So I think it's solid. I'll give this a 7.
Yeah, how good are you at like gunshot noises or like, you know, rolling your R's? You know?
Yeah. What? Maybe not as horny as that, but something along those lines.
Oh, was that horny? I thought that was trap. I was trapping, baby.
If that's what you want to call it. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We only have about 4 or 5 more tracks left. We're gonna listen to Hayden's other track called "The Bee's Knees," and then we're going to listen to Krim's other track called I think it was "If." Yes, "If," and then we're gonna finish out the rest of the regular queue for tonight. So for everybody who's been hanging out with us, we've had a good night of music. Only a couple garbage things, mostly good stuff. So I'm pleased with the overall quality. Krim has uplifted our appearance, and Hayden has made us look actually relevant on YouTube. So, I'm not complaining anymore. I was complaining about 30-40 minutes ago, but my complaints have ceased and I am now calmed down.
What Dice is really meaning to say is that we love you from the bottom of our fucking hearts, and we feel this soul connection to you that we've never felt before.
I don't know what's going on with the love bombs from you, but I don't like it.
I'm with it, baby. Right. Look, this is probably the best night of music we've had since we started this. So, take that for what you will.
All right, now you're just venturing into a territory of lies. It's making me uncomfortable.
This is the best group of people we've ever had watch our stream, I'm pretty sure. We do need to put the probably lying sign.
Yeah, we definitely need that back. I need to figure out how to get that back. All right. Hayden said that wanted some feedback on the mix lyrics overall. Also at the end, it was going to be another verse. Just put the hook there as a placeholder. All right. This is called The Bee's Knees, produced by Vespra.
9 out of 10 name. Solid name.
There's never a way to explain me. You're all I need, no need to entertain you. You got me on my knees and begging and saying please. This may sound cheesy, but you're the bee's knees. There's never a way to explain me. You're all I need, no need to entertain you. You got me on my knees and begging and saying please. This may sound cheesy, but you're the bee's knees. You're the only one that makes me feel okay. Come join me in my bed, we lay. Catching up. Plane to Japan, there's no delay. I'ma shape your heart and harden it like clay. Baby, you're my star, baby, let's go to space. You take my breath away, I just want a taste. I made you mine fast like I got haste. We got all night, we got time to waste. I say I love you every day just in case. My heart palpitates whenever I see your face. Sweat and blows, my eyes dilate. Shit, you ask me, I say I'm great. Call us dinner, how you're the food and I'm the plate. I love you so much, there's no debate. You're exotic like a Wagyu steak. Got the Rolex, so I'm never running late. There's never a way to explain me. You're all I need, no need to entertain you. You got me on my knees and begging and saying please. This may sound cheesy, but you're the bee's knees. There's never a way to explain me. You're all I need, no need to entertain you. You got me on my knees and begging and saying please. This may sound cheesy, but you're the bee's knees. Bee's knees. There's never.
All right, I have a question. Do you have any enemies?
Me? Or Hayden?
Hayden. Do you have any enemies? And or maybe women or men, whoever has a crush on you, who you do not want to have a crush on you, send them this song and say you made it about them. Easy way to just get out of an unrequited love. And I'll tell you why. The flow was off. There was, I think, 119. It was real off in the second verse. You want to start matching the rhymes to the snares, right? I think that's a good place to start just from the basics. I think the delivery was a little stiff. It also sounded like you just kind of slapped some auto-tune on just because you felt like, oh, rappers equal auto-tune. Let's put some of that on. It didn't actually add to it. I'd say it subtracted from your delivery. which again need a little bit more confidence, need to, kind of deliver it like you mean it. And I would just say that like the lyrics, it felt like you were, and maybe you are, take this for what it's worth. It felt like English was your second language and you were just first learning how to phrase words, and just putting, you have the thought and the feeling out there, but you just like put really weird wording to it. Very cool American time. I'd give it a 4.
I don't exactly remember the last time we heard a song rather than production from you, Hayden, but based on my recollection, this does sound like a step better than where you last were. I think summarizing everything that Bird said, my recommendation to get to that next, step up the staircase, it sounds like you're recording this in sections. So you record a line, you record a line, you record a line, you record a line. Like each line sounds chopped as you begin the next line. And I think, I would go back and record, more of these lines in singular takes rather than doing it piecemeal, because it'll, what Izzy is pointing at and what Bird is talking about in confidence or relaxing in your delivery, rather than doing a line at a time, thinking about it, coming back doing a line at a time, it forces you to be either relaxed or, maybe give a little bit more emphasis and energy in how you're delivering. And I think that would especially help on this song is if you recorded more of the body of lyrics all at one time, it would feel a little bit more natural in your delivery. See you later, Vulgar. Love you too. Yeah, I'm not mad at this track overall. I think you're headed in the right direction. I just think you need to record more of it in one take as much as you can, and it'll sound less choppy and it'll improve your delivery. I think quality-wise, you're getting better as well as far as the mixing. It's just really just the recording process that you're going through is a hindrance to how it's actually coming out. I give it a 5.
Oh. So I feel like that, the lyricism, it was a little bit basic. You have to definitely tighten up because you're off. But your delivery was kind of just very straightforward. Like he was saying, you kind of got to get into the feel of it. I definitely don't feel like you're possibly memorizing your lyrics either. Because that would help with you having a little bit more emphasis and inflection at the certain, hit points of your, delivery. And it would also help you, match those hit points with, like they were saying, the syllables, the syllables, the symbol, the crashes, the syllables. But yeah, match your syllables up too, for sure. Definitely a note too. But yeah, basically, tighten up, keep working on your delivery, try, memorizing it so you can get in the energy of it. If you feel like you can't get in the energy of it, do it on a loop, give yourself a reference to go to, anything to help you kind of get in the energy. Sometimes I have to go through the entire song over and over and over and then punch in once I get a good reference. But yeah, where it's at right now, I'm going to give it a 5 as well.
Right. Shout out Hayden. Next up, Krim. It's called If. Krim, is Adam Finia like your co-producer, or who's Adam Finia? Just curious about that. But we'll check out this other one from you and see what we think. As I press the enter button on the correct window like a genius.
What about you. Day and night and day. All I got to say is, if I was your girl, all the things I do to you, I'd make you go up my name, minus food, it belongs to you. If I was your woman, the things I do to you, but I'm not, so I can't and I won't. But if I was your girl.
That was Crim and Adam Finia. If Crim. You know, I was waiting for you to slip up and make some sort of mistake so I could be like, gotcha, bitch, and, you know, really go in on you and tell you how horrible of a producer you and your partner are. And you didn't do that. Although Janet Jackson is a cheat code, I think that you proved that you guys stand on your own as a production duo, because even at the end, you had that section where you didn't even need any vocals. You just did your own thing. I think you guys have a good ear for balance and when to change things up and when to get things going. I also enjoyed this just as much as I enjoyed your other one. I will continue to give you an 8.5 only because my little bitty brain only knows but so much about what you're doing, but it sounds very good.
Yeah, my itty bitty brain has a hard time thinking of big EDM noises. So I too just like to feel the wub wub in my heart. Heart feel full.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was a fun bop, man. Very well produced. I think the sample was good. I think the drums, I like the drum pattern better on this one than I even did the last one. Solid head nodding, beep deep doop deep doop deep boom. I'll give it a 9 as well. I like it.
I like this one too. I did like the other one more. This one I feel like in the beginning the piano to me was competing with the sample vocal, so it was a little bit hot for me in my ears. But I did like it overall. I feel like this would be a great DJ track at a club. I feel like this is probably one of your DJ tracks if you do DJ. This would go great basically any place where you should play EDM music or house music. So I would dance to this too. I liked your segue at 2:30 especially, and it felt a little bit leading right up to 2:30. Just a little span there. It kind of felt a little bit long, but then you kind of, when you changed up the percussion, you brought me back into it, and went back into it. It was really good. I liked where you dropped the vocals and where you brought in the samples. The phone was a nice little touch. This was overall a good composition. I'm going to give it a 9.
Yeah, that was dope, Krim. You're always welcome here. Looking forward
Very
to hearing more
talented.
from you in the future. All right. Next up is Disgod. This is called Off-Brand Half Off. I'm guessing this is beat. A lot of producers tonight. Ooh, boom, 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 bam. That was Off-Brand Half Off by Disgod. What did y'all think of that one?
Really off-brand for him. What is that fucking chimes? Diddle 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 diddle.
There he goes again.
Diddle.
No,
All we heard was up diddle, and you froze.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, the diddle felt a little goofy with all of the other trap sounds. Just kind of felt a little out of place. Trap beat, or the trap drums, pretty stock trap, I guess. Kind of felt like, copy paste right out of the trap playbook. Everything else was okay. It kind of felt basic as well. It just felt like maybe not as well put together, but also serviceable, right? Like, it wasn't a bad track. It just kind of felt like more of the same, with some slight, some pieces that I'd change up. I'd give it a 5.5.
Nikki?
Yeah, the diddle diddle was a little bit different for me. I feel like it actually fell off beat when it came back in at like 120. And it was, or when it first came in, I think it was like this second time I came in at like 120. It felt like it was off, and then it kind of came back on. I started trying to count it. Very mysterious type beat, like suspenseful, intense. Not my style beat. Basic. It was kind of short. But I'm gonna give it a 6.
Yeah, I think the main thing for me was the drums were way too loud in comparison to the other instruments. I didn't so much mind the other instruments, but the overall arrangement, it just felt empty in parts, like there was too much open space. And maybe that's just missing vocals on top of it, but noticeably for me, the drums were just excessively too loud in comparison to everything else in the mix. So I give it a 5. I'm middle of the line. It's not a bad beat, but there's just things that could be fixed that would make it, jump up to a 6, 7.
Yeah, make it a little bit more, even a little more variation and such. Just
Yeah.
that brah, 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 like I don't know, just a very deep dark type beat.
Yeah. All right.
And
Next. Oh, go ahead.
oh, I just said just very animated, like movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Some sort of variation would definitely go a long way for that. All right. Next up, Discipline. This is called Viking Shit. Okay. After that, we have a couple more.
Chaos nigga. D-I-S. Ma keeps telling me I need to ask for forgiveness. I'm like, that's not good for business. These niggas expect me to be savage. I'm gonna ravage the whole fucking village. I'm on my Viking shit, I pillage. Kill all the men, take all the women and children. Oh, you ain't know I was a villain. Nappy ass hair with some melanin. Told you last album, I'm mad at my element. Now you got all of these niggas that think that they better than me. I'm a whole nother level ahead of them. Pull out the Leatherman, shank and forget them, then leave them. This is deeper than 7, man. Heaven is where you was destined to go. I'll be in hell with the rest of my brethren. No place to handle the heat from my flow. I came from space and decided to settle. And don't act like this isn't something you already know. I'm down to earth, double meaning I mess with them. Lyrically challenged niggas with no hope. You did the dirt and decided to tell on them. You know my policy, fill them with hoes. Walk in the room and you know what I'm smelling like. Money, sex, confidence, dope. Tell me who better than me. D.I.S. death in the 2nd degree. I got my balls in a felony. I got the remedy, nigga, I'm sick. What's up with all this commotion? Nigga, I'm COVID. How about the coupe with my hope? It should make me some soup and I'm over. When I'm in the booth, I keep going. And tell you the truth, I'm multiple flowing. Money on multiplication. My sniper got dental fixation. The album caused mental abrasions. The threesome got 2 goods related. They walk around naked. They ride on my spaceship. I'm moving the dark like a Haitian. Assassination. I send a bullet around the world. It hit you tomorrow like happy belated. Hello? And I get so high that I started singing like Wayne, who am I again? I thought it was fly, and then I said fuck it, and I started telling my friends. They say you bugging my nigga, don't you know that you better than him? And I say you tripping, but fuck it, I love you, and got back to doing my thing. Got back to killing these beats, kill a pussy right under these sheets. You know I don't fuck with police, I sit on the throne, and no I can't give up my seat. I'm promised tomorrow I'm nobody gonna say nothing about more bodies. Buried in more yachties, and you can count and they paid off. Football for discipline, chaos.
All right, that was Viking Shit by Discipline. Interesting. Like, I think some of the other songs that we've heard from you, I haven't been as engaged in. I think this one was more so upbeat, up tempo, and I like this a little bit more. At first, I started to say I'm not a big fan of the whole vocal inflections. When you're kind of just like making your voice sound weird just for the sake of it. I feel like you have already a unique sounding voice that you don't need to do that stuff, but maybe that's just your personality. You're an animated person. And, the way that you played with it towards the end and kind of made it melodic, it was a little bit more digestible than, just doing it in the middle of the verse for the sake of doing it. That said, I think I like this song better than the other songs that I've heard from you. So I give this a 6, 7. I'll give this a 7.
I'm also at a 7. I like your voice. I like your tone. I like your, your gritty, your deep sound. You had nice energy and inflection here, as well, and emphasis. You hit on your words. I feel like the mix could use some work. Your vocals seem very, very present on it. It's 3 years ago, so I don't know if you're looking for that kind of feedback, but your vocals seem a little bit present on the beat, and the beat almost like that beat. I feel like it doesn't work with your vocal style. I feel like it doesn't complement your vocal style. It's not that it doesn't work. It just doesn't. It's not complimentary. It's just kind of there, and you're rapping over it. When you could get a beat that works better with you, and I'm sure that you have. Yeah,
How are you sure that he has?
Because we've already listened to him before, and if this is 3 years ago, I'm sure he's done a song that matches his vocal style a little bit better than this beat.
Sure, absolutely.
I'm sure, 100%.
I just love that you give people the benefit of the doubt when they have not.
Reviewing him before because he reminded me of that song, that Fire song. But yeah, I didn't mind this at all. I like your sound, guy.
Yeah. Wait, sorry. You said 7?
Yeah.
7, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll give it a 7 as well. It's tough because like Passive says in the chat, I like his voice and I hate his voice and I like his voice. You have a really unique sound. You've got kind of this cool voice, but it's almost cartoonish the way that you deliver your lines. So there's times where it really works with the beat, and sometimes where you're like, okay, it feels a little like you're making fun of the art form, I'd also say that, like, just listening to the lyrics, it was a little, goofy with the theme as well. Like when you said, I'm going to kill all the men, then take all the women and the children. It's like, well, do you have any use for these children? Like most Vikings would just be like, okay, the women, yeah, there's something I want to do with these. What are you going to do with all these fucking kids? You going to take care of them? Chores?
Yeah, they can build walls and shit.
I guess. Build a little skull wall to protect the fortress. Why not?
Yeah.
All I'm saying is there was parts where the lyrics didn't feel as well thought out. But the flow was on, the voice was on. I'll give it a 7 because it wasn't bad. There was just parts that I'm just a little unsure about.
Also, I disagree with Ray. Fireman by Lil Wayne is a garbage ass song. All right, next.
Fuck off. Fireman by Lil Wayne is one of the GOATs.
Yeah, you people like trash music. All right, next up is Daysky. This is called In Out.
Tagging.
Can I hold me down? Breathing in and out. Can I hold me down? Can I hold me down? Breathing in and out. Yeah, I'm breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Can I hold me down? Bitches be like, wow. Say ski up next time. I'm the talk of the town. Always wear my crown. Smoking when I frown. Smoking by the pound. Says she really like my sound. Finna find out now. AK-50 round. Put your ass down. Got no fucking time to lounge. Always on my grind. Bitches be like, why? Cause I'm tryna shine. Inhaling the best, and I'm exhaling my stress. I just wanna be okay. No, I cannot be your bae. Shorty tryna stay the night, but I just need a day. I'm going through her phone. I wish I never did. Seeing shit I never sent. Seeing shit she always hid. I'm perfectly okay if she tryna leave my side. I'm DTB for life. I ain't looking for no wife. Next time, I'm the talk
like, why? Cause I'm tryna shine. If you don't believe in me, then I don't got no words. I stop taking the pills, I stop popping the perks. Yeah, I guess you broke my heart, but I did you way worse. An eye for an eye, baby, that's just how it works. Don't try to cry, don't put the waterworks. I know you lie, and my heart is where it hurts. I always try, despite what you heard. Yeah, despite what you have heard, always try my best. Yeah, I always try my best with her, I couldn't breathe. I can breathe now, breathing in and out, breathing in and out, breathing in and out. Cannot hold me down, bitches be like wow, say ski up next time. I'm the talk of the town, always wear my crown, smoking when I frown, smoking by the pound. Said she really like my sound, fun to find out now. AK-50 round, put your ass down. Got no fucking time to lounge, always on my grind. Bitches be like why? Cause I'm tryna shine.
All right, that was Zayski and Out. Yeah, the hook is definitely, it has a lot of potential, but you keep hitting the wrong note and it falls flat. It should be da-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na, but you're da-na-na-na-na. You keep going too low. Whether you tuned it too low or you're just hitting it too low and the tune is just exasperating that, it sounds like it should sound good, but you're making it sound bad. As far as the verses, they feel kind of underwhelming in comparison to the strong hook that you have. And I feel like a lot of that is just delivery that you could tighten up and clean up. But I would say work on retooling the hook and getting the hook back in the key that it needs to be, and then go back and like polish up the verses in the same manner. Like even at the end of that last verse, you hit the tones correctly with the way you should have hit it in the hook. So it's just like finding those little pockets. And the only thing I can suggest is maybe hum the melody of the verse and then go back and try to record along to what you're humming to make sure that you stay in the right tone consistently. Damn, I want to give this a higher score, but I'll give it I'll give it a very weak 6 because I feel like there's potential to be better. No, fuck that. I'll give you a 5.5.
Weak.
I changed 5.5.
Yeah. You're definitely off key a little bit. I don't know if it's the tune, like Dice said, or if it's just, singing a little bit off. But definitely I agree with Passive too about the layers. The layers in there are, I feel like you just doubled up the same exact layer instead of recording doubles. And then put it on top of it multiple times and panned it left, right, and that's what made it sound weird. You record the doubles to have like that human feeling in it while still, having that depth, but it's never exactly the same because then it sounds weird. But it's damn fucking close. And if it's not, then it's fucked either way. So you have to be really careful with doubles. But it doesn't sound like you recorded a separate sets. So I think that's my main issue with this. You just dub them over. Definitely record layers. It would help with that if that's all you're doing, and then tuning it on top of it's going to tune it even more. Like it's the same thing over and over. So it's just going to be more prominent. But it sounds like you do have, a good vocal ability. Definitely need a little bit work if it's not the tune and such. I like where this is heading. I'm kind of, I'm with Dice here. Wait, you went 6.5. I'm gonna do 5.8. I'm with Izzy. I'm with Izzy.
Yeah, the flatness, the doubles. These are all the big issues. No need to kind of hammer it. I'd say 5.5 for me too.
Right. 2 more tracks, folks. Next up is Og. This is called Struggle.
like this already. Oh fuck.
All right, that was Og Struggle. It's a 9 from me. That's all I
Struggle
gotta
to
say.
make it long enough.
I don't care. It's a 9.
You just loop it. Yeah, just do the same thing. Copy paste.
I loved it. It needed to be longer.
It's a 9. I'm done. Next.
Well, that was easy. For me, best fucking beat of the night. I'm sorry. That was a 10. Double tap 10, baby. That shit was fire. That old school fucking Outcast, that fucking Tribe Called Quest feel. Like it really just felt like Q-Tip was sampling it. That was so fire. I love it, and I would rap over that any day. 10.
Yeah, it does have a Wu-Tang feel. This was a nice little vibe. I loved the different variation in it. Your layers and your drops all seemed appropriate. They were right. I liked your nice little reverse build kind of at the end there. What I thought was segueing to the hook, and then I looked up and said, oh shit, it's over. Never mind. But I like this. I'm gonna go with 9 as well.
D-Bird, I am already 800 steps ahead of you. I've already direct messaged Og and asked how much for this beat.
All right. Well, if you need somebody to go on, yeah, I'm in.
I'll let
Thanks
you
for
know.
next music video. Next
All right.
music video.
Yeah, that was dopest beat of the night for me too. I don't really give out 10s, but that's definitely a 9 for me. All right, folks.
There's got to be somebody that gets a 10. You know what I mean? There's got to be that. I'm not like handing them out willy nilly, but when I hear something I really fucking like, why not?
Nah, fuck that. 9.
I don't get it.
All right.
All right, Og, real quick, Og, if you want to give the beat to somebody who gives your shit a 10 and not just a 9, we'll talk.
You know what would make it a 10? Me on top of that beat.
Yeah.
Me on top of anything makes it a 10. Let's be real.
Hey, empowerment.
Hey.
I refrained from my lewd comment out of respect for empowerment. All right, folks. Last track of the night. Special guest chatter, shit talker extraordinaire, Passive the Rapper. This is called Stayed In.
What?
And I tried to find a way. I need a way out. 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 I should have stayed in. I should have stayed in. I need a way out. 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 I should have stayed in. I should have stayed in. Yeah, the death I fear the most is not the one I'm trying to avoid. Even I can hear the Reaper calling. Why you acting like I got a choice? How you supposed to hate without a heart? Got me crying out without a voice.
Only time I ever needed Jesus when I get to sleeping through the noise. Heard the early birdie get the worm, and there's plenty fish up in the sea. How you supposed to drive a 911, drop the top and filter the debris? Family matters more when you a G. Keep it pimpin', keep it out the street. Yo, I'd never disrespect my own mother. Gotta work for everything they need. I need a way out, I'm no dummy. I need a way out, why I'm quiet. I need a way out, got finesse. I need a way out, and tried to hide it. I watched them get finesse, and tried to hide it. I watched them get finesse, and tried to hide it. Hey, bugging on these bitches, citronella candles getting lit. Homie said he got the ammunition, plenty shots to party in this bitch. I was never one for confrontation, it get hard to argue where I live. They get mad when I get on the mic, cause you know me, I tell it like it is. I perfected all the dopest flows, all the cocaine cadences. All the rich niggas won't get money, all the bitch niggas won't bitch. Shit, I got tired of waiting on a change, figured I'd make it make sense. I don't even go to work cause I need the money, I go for the benefits. Whole lot of lint in your pocket, whole lot of tricks up your sleeve, whole lot of drugs in my pocket, whole lot of shit I don't need, whole lot of shit I don't need. Get up, whole lot of shit I don't need. Get it, get up, I'm him for them. Get it, I'm him for them. I need a way out. 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 I should have stayed in. I should have stayed in. I need a way out. 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 I should have stayed.
All right, that was Stayed In by Passive the Rapper. What did you lovely human beings think about that song?
Passive. That was so good. I love that. You always do great songs, so you did it again. I love that your vocals, they were on point. It sounded like they were mixed really well too. I didn't hear any issues. That was like, as you said, that was total vibe. You had a nice cadence, a nice laid back melody. It kind of just swayed. Like I would listen to this like walking through a field on a breezy day in the springtime, you know, like trying to find a way out. But I liked this overall. This was awesome. I didn't have any gripes about this at all. I'm gonna give this a 10 too. I liked this. I don't have any issues with it, and it was a vibe that I would put on again. I guess that's the difference too. My style.
Makes sense. Here's how I felt. Here's the thing. This was fucking fire. I loved it so much. This is so good. This might be one of my favorite Passive songs that I've heard recently. So again, not to, you know, really fucking just give these out, but double dab of the night. That was so good. 10. Motherfucker is a 10. All that being said, I loved it. I'll play it again once it's Spotify. If it is on Spotify, it's on the playlist.
Yeah, I like that track. I like Passive's more relaxed and melodic tracks, not so much his experimental, I'm going to change the beat in the middle of it and then totally change the flow type stuff. I like this kind of stuff because it gives you a chance to kind of digest what he's saying and then kind of just vibe with the melody. So I love this song. You know, maybe some different things in the mix, but also, you know, kudos to Passive. He's come a long way in figuring out mixing on his own. Like, he's one of those people who really, like, you know, put his head down and like dove in it and wanted to figure it out for himself without always having to rely on other people. So definitely a huge shout out to him. He's come a long way from when we first started working with Passive, and, you know, he was just reversing things and putting weird effects on it just because he liked the sound of it. But now I can tell when I listen to his tracks, he does things with an intent and a purpose because he wants it to sound a particular way, not because he's just playing the guessing game of, I wonder if this will sound good. Let me just turn this knob here. So definitely shout out to Passive on his mixing and, you know, continuing to innovate with the songs. I like this song. Let's see. I haven't given any songs an 8. I'll give the song an 8.
8.
Yeah. I would listen to this again.
That's an 8 for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's a 10? Juvenile?
Back that ass up.
That is a 10. Wobble wobble.
Wobble Wobble, also a 10. Yeah. But good way to close out the show. Shout out to all the new faces and some of the old faces. Shout out to Krim. Shout out to Hayden. Shout out to all the producers. Yeah, we're done. What do you want to do? Some more?
I wanted to watch something.
Oh, we could do that offline.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You want to watch some?
All right.
Some prawn.
What are you,
All right.
Jalen?
All right. Well, yeah. Shout out to everybody who came through. We'll be back next Wednesday doing music reviews again. Catch us Sunday. I don't know what we're doing, but we'll probably be here. And also, we're on the Discord every day, pretty much 24/7. So if you're bored and you need a friend to talk to, look for somebody on a Discord.
Yeah. At Nikki Joe. If you at me, I'm just gonna roast you. Friendless fuck.
I'll see it when I look. Actually, I should be on Discord tomorrow afternoon. So
All right. You heard it here, fellas. Nikki will be on Discord tomorrow afternoon.
Be around and about and about and around. I got some music to do.
We're going to skirt out of here. Shout out to everybody who joined again. We'll catch you on the flip side. I'm going to just close the show. Deuces.
Bye. Love y'all. Have a beautiful week. Happy Easter if you celebrate. Happy April Fool's Day if you celebrate.
Okay.